Ever faced the ultimate betrayal in the arms of love? I have. My journey, once a haven of mutual promises with Sarah, veered into a storm the moment she stepped beyond our vows. "Please stop what you are doing and come home to me. I do not want to lose you," she pleaded, her voice a mix of desperation and denial, but the echoes of my resolve were firm. "It takes two to make a marriage, Sarah. When one walks away from it, the marriage ends. You go out that door to be with that piece of shit or any other piece of shit, and we are finished. A line drawn, a path chosen. From bliss to abyss, this descent into chaos marks the unraveling of a bond once deemed unbreakable. This is my tale of love, loss, and the quest for justice. Enjoy watching it." Liam Robertson sank into his seat, trying his best to get comfy. There just wasn't enough space between the seats for his legs to feel right. He was a tall and big guy, trying to fit into a spot made for someone much smaller. He had been on this plane for 5 long hours, with 4 more to go. If he had known it would be this bad, he might have picked a different way to travel. Maybe by train or something else. But this trip was a break from his problems, his hurt, for maybe 10 or even 14 months. Being far away would help, he thought. The mess he left would sort itself out while he was gone. His lawyer could handle it. That's what he paid her for, after all. That's what he trusted her to do. He stopped trying to get comfortable and leaned on the plane's window, closing his eyes. He had to try to sleep, even knowing the bad memories that would come back to him. The day his once happy life fell apart. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. Liam got home from work late that bad day. Nothing had gone right at all. Every moment brought more trouble his way. Every thought turned bitter. His meetings, his talks, all fell flat. He was meant to be the star, wasn't he? Shooting up the ladder meant for the top. He was supposed to be the best, right? But that day at work brought him down. So low that the big boss called him to a late chat, offering him a job Liam didn't want. But he was stuck. Take it or leave for somewhere new. He had a few days to think it over. That brought him home, feeling down, to tell his wife, Sarah, about what was going on with his job. Dealing with Sarah had been tough these past few weeks, all since that party, but now this? She was going to blow her top. Again. Liam was all mixed up about what was going on at home since that party. Mixed up and mad. Mad at Sarah. It was all her fault, not his. What happened at that party was all because of her, not him. Liam wasn't usually the jealous type, but what went down between Sarah and that Robert Lindstrom guy at the party was both awful and shameful, as far as Liam was concerned. Sure, having fun is great, especially with drinks, but what his wife and that jerk did, out in the open at the party, was enough to make any husband mad. Sarah had hung out with that Lindstrom guy the whole time they were at the party, which was about 2 hours, ignoring Liam the whole time. At first, she brushed Liam off kindly, telling him he should talk to other people at the party, people he didn't know or had just met, and then she got annoyed and finally mean as the party went on. The way she acted, her behavior got worse real fast, from nice to flirty to not okay the longer she was with Lindstrom. She got drunk, she said, with Lindstrom, and let that jerk do whatever he wanted with her in front of everyone, including her husband. Liam didn't know who Lindstrom was. He had never heard his name before. Liam had had enough of Sarah's antics when he came out of the bathroom and saw Lindstrom kissing his wife against the wall of the living room. Her shirt was off, and the jerk was touching her, with a bunch of people watching. Liam quickly pulled his wife away from the guy, taking her to the car to head home. Why he didn't hit that jerk is anyone's guess, but Liam just wanted to leave. Sarah wasn't drunk on the ride home. She was mad, cool as ice, because she felt shamed by her husband. Their home had been cold for 3 weeks. She wouldn't say sorry, calling Liam dumb and mean in every fight. They'd been together 19 years, a strong couple, Liam thought. Then, she acted out at that party, blaming him. Liam felt hurt and confused. He didn't get why she did it, or why she thought he was in the wrong. He was fed up. When he got home that bad day, he saw Sarah ready to go out, smiling and heading out. "Sarah, where to? We need to chat. Something's up." "I'm off, Liam, on a date. Don't wait." "A date? With whom? Why are you acting this way? You've been mean for weeks and now a date?" Sarah stopped smiling, now mad again. I've chosen to find what makes me happy. Something fun. It starts tonight with this date. Sarah, a date with who? Why are you doing this? You've been so harsh, and now this? She looked sour. A guy friend asked me out. We're going to have dinner, maybe dance. I'm doing this for me, Liam. I don't need your say-so or okay, and I don't owe you a story. I didn't make you dinner, but you can fend for yourself. Let's eat in or head out. Doesn't bug me. Sarah tossed the words lightly. Is this some kind of joke? Today was hell, Sarah, not funny. Liam was tight, his words heavy. Hold up, Liam, this is real. I've got a date with Robert Lindstrom, he asked. I said yes. What? You're going out with that jerk? The one you got all flirty with at that party? That jerk? You're leaving me and our marriage for him? Sarah's face twisted a bit. It's not about what you think of him, Liam. It's about what I think. And I like him enough to spend time with him. It's got nothing to do with us, so drop that talk. You're my husband, and that stays. I'm just hanging out with a friend. Are you out of your mind? I don't get a say? That's what you're telling me, Sarah? I mean, so little to you? You just toss this mess at me out of nowhere? Really? I'm just to take it you cheating on me without a word? Well, you know what? I'm done with your mess. Weeks of you being mad, throwing fits, blaming me for your wild ways. Now you want to see other guys? No way. I don't get what you think you're doing, but I'm done. A marriage is between two. One walks, it's over. You leave for him or any other guy, and we're done. Quit the drama. You're acting like a kid. I'm going. Don't wait up. And with that, Sarah stormed out, the door slamming after her. Liam just stood there, shocked, hearing the car roll away. His wife left to see another man. His wife? How did things get here? What made her act this way? Damn it! Liam didn't notice how long he stood there, but it was now dark outside. Almost without thinking, he went down to the cold basement and grabbed all their bags, lugging them upstairs to the big bedroom. Once inside, his heart sank again. The bed was a mess, and there were clear, icky stains on the dark sheets. He pulled out his phone and snapped a bunch of photos of the scene. Any hope for his marriage was now gone. Liam tore the sheets off the bed, throwing them to the other side of the room. He filled the suitcases one by one. When they were packed, he looked for more bags to stuff with his clothes and stuff. After clearing out the closet and drawers, he carried everything downstairs. He made a detour to his office, unlocking the safe. He took his passport, social security card, half of the 10 savings papers, and then he grabbed his gun, placing it on the desk with 2 boxes of bullets and 4 extra clips. He left the safe open, not bothering to lock it. Liam sat at his desk, looking at his shaky hands. It was about an hour later when he forced himself to start making calls. Mr. Abernathy? Sorry for calling so late. This is Liam. Is the job you offered still open? Oh, yes, it is, Liam. Are you taking it then? I am, sir. I'm in the middle of packing now. I would have waited until morning to tell you, but I've got a lot to do in the next few days. Need to sort out some legal and money stuff. I get it, Liam. Really, I do. Sorry for the rush. I am. You've seen your wife? This won't mess up your marriage? No, sir, it won't. Just need to get things in order before I leave. Saturday's the day, right? Yes, Liam. Early Saturday morning. You've got 4 days of learning in Georgia, then off you go. Will you bring a gun? You can, you know. Yep, sir. I'll have a pistol with me. Should I tell your helper all about it? Yes, Liam. Give all the details. Got it, sir. Do you need me in the office this week? Yes, Liam. Friday at 1 for your final talk. Plan to stay till around 8. Can you do that? Yes, sir. That works for me. Liam, your wife? You sure this won't mess up your marriage? No worries, sir. All good on my end. Great. Liam, this job means a lot to us. Really. I can't think of anyone better for it. Thanks. I'm happy to do it, Mr. Abernathy. This might be the toughest thing I've ever done. Good night, sir. See you Friday. Liam's next call was to Lillian Prescott, an old school pal and his family lawyer. Hey, Lillian, it's Liam. Am I bugging you? Got a minute? Liam? What's wrong? You sound off. What's up? I'm, leaving Sarah. Divorce. I'll be gone for most of it, so I need someone I trust to handle things. Can you help? I know you're friends with Sarah, but I really need you. Please? Oh, Liam, of course I'll help. Tell me what you need. When can you meet up? How about tomorrow? I've got bank stuff first thing, should be free in 2 hours. Anytime after 10? How's lunch at 11 sound? Mario's? You can tell me everything, then we'll head to my office. That work? Yes, thanks. See you tomorrow. Thanks, Lillian. Be smart tomorrow, Liam, okay? I will. See you tomorrow. Night. His next call would be a tough one. He had to tell his only kid, Abby, what was going on. Abby was just 18 and already a junior at Berkeley. She had been top of her class forever, skipped grades, and got into Berkeley with a full scholarship for a master's. He knew she would take this news hard. Hey, kiddo, it's Dad. I was waiting for you to call, Dad. Thought it would be sooner. Oh? Why's that? Dad, I know, she said, far away. I know what Mom is up to tonight, and why. You do? How? She told me. We've chatted about this for months. Chatted about what? You knew? Dad, listen, she can. Can what, Abby? Decide by herself to end our marriage? You talking about that? Dad! You're making too much of it. Calm down. This isn't old times. Mom doesn't have to check in with you about her choices. She doesn't need your okay to meet other guys, Dad, and she doesn't owe you explanations. Her seeing someone else isn't about being married. Not nowadays. For women today, all ages, it's about living life full out. Being married doesn't stop that. Today, marriage is just about sharing stuff like money. That's all. Thinking two people must stick only with each other for life? That's crazy. Silly even. Hold on. Am I getting lessons on love from a kid who's never been in a real relationship? Yes, Dad, you are. Time to move on. Marriage is old-fashioned, really. No woman should think she belongs to a man, Abby said firmly. Where are you getting these ideas, Abby? School? Her dad asked, upset. Not really. I felt this way before school, she replied. Abby loved her dad but told him to stop meddling in her mom's life. At a party, her dad had made a scene because her mom was with another man. Abby said her mom had every right to do so and her dad should leave her be. Are you crazy, Abby? Do you know what you're saying? Why can't I have a say in our marriage? Her dad argued. Abby firmly said that it's her mom's decision, not his. Abby was on her mom's side. She believed her mom should have fun without her dad's complaints. Clearly, Abby had picked a side. Her dad felt ignored and upset. He turned off his phone, feeling angry instead of sad. He then went online and removed his wife from his credit cards. She had one of her own. That she could live with. He changed his online stuff while at their place. He paid his bills online using their shared savings. After paying, he took half of what was left in savings for himself and put it in his own account. He did the same with the checking account. Then he changed his email stuff too. Their house was almost paid off, so he left it be. She couldn't sell it or borrow against it without him saying okay. She could keep paying for it, at least until the divorce told otherwise. They fully owned their cars. No worries there. He turned off his computer, grabbed all the wires he needed for it, his tablet and phone, then packed them. The last things he took from the office were all their money and tax papers. He needed those. It took him an hour to pack his car so he could still see out the windows. Then he was off. He closed the door but didn't lock it. It wasn't his place anymore, and he didn't care about anything left behind. Liam didn't look for a nearby hotel. He drove 40 minutes away, found a well-known hotel by the highway, got himself a room, took all his stuff inside. He'd be there for 4 days, no use leaving things in the car. But he didn't sleep. Words from Sarah and Abby kept bouncing around in his head. At 5 in the morning, he got dressed, left his room with his briefcase. Liam went back to his house to check on something he thought might be true. It was 6:10 a.m. when he got there. Sarah's car was gone from the driveway and the garage. The front door was still unlocked, lights on inside. So be it. Liam always thought that once you make a choice, you should stick with it. Sarah and Abby chose paths that he just couldn't wrap his head around. They knew they were hurting him and the family and didn't seem to care. Well, that was on them. He had his own choices to make, for his own good. No turning back now, no matter how much it hurt. He was done. He walked into the house, took off his wedding ring and left it next to the coffee maker. Then he walked out for the last time. He was at the bank right when they opened. He made sure his money was moved, then closed his account and walked out with a check. He also pulled his money out of CDs, even though he lost some, but he didn't see any reason to keep them. Next, Liam went to a different bank and opened a new account, but he used Lillian's office as his contact point. Then he sold his car at the dealership. Sure, he lost money, but he didn't need a car anymore, not for where he was headed. After a quick call, he had a rental for the week. He then went back and put the car sale money in his new bank account. After that, he headed to Mario's. Lillian was there, waiting for him. Once they sat down, he told her everything, about the party, the weeks after, and last night. Lillian was clearly mad. They didn't linger over lunch. Liam didn't eat anyway. They went straight to Lillian's office, where he gave her a check and some papers to start fixing things. So, you think Abby is pushing Sarah to do this? To be honest, it feels like it's all coming from Abby. She said she's been talking to Sarah about this for months. I just can't believe it, Lillian. My daughter and my wife are being mean to me. Why? I don't get it. Sarah didn't drop any hints? Didn't say anything about how she felt before that party? Nope. All good until we got to the party. We were all laughs and songs in the car. But the moment we walked into that house, she left my side and stuck with this guy, Lindstrom, the whole time. I'm not sure if she even knew him before. She's been really mean for the last 3 weeks. Every time I tried to talk, it turned into a big fight. Then last night, man, you should have seen her face when she was leaving. It's okay, Liam. I'm here for you. What do you need from me? Thanks, Lillian. I want a divorce. Went to the house this morning at 6:10. She wasn't there, so yeah, divorce. Cheating, if we can prove it. Do you know someone who can help get evidence? I do. It'll cost you, Liam. I don't mind. I want to make her pay. She cheated in our bed, probably with Lindstrom. I can't be sure, though. How do you know? Liam showed his phone to Lillian, skipping some missed calls from Abby and texts from Sarah, and showed her the photos of their bed. Lillian didn't like what she saw. What else do you need from me? I need to change my will. I'm cutting Sarah and Abby out. It must be solid, and I want you to make decisions for me. You're the only one I trust, Lillian. Can you do that? I can, she spoke gently. Liam, if she did this in your house, it's likely not her first time. Girls don't bring guys home unless they feel safe with them. Liam just shrugged. Let's set up the house with mics and cams. That's doable now, right? Yeah, I know a guy. Just need the house key and any alarm stuff. Liam slid his key off his ring and handed it over. Did you see her texts yet, Liam? Nope, haven't checked. Give them a look now. The first message popped in at 10 p.m. the night before. Sarah, hit the hay, Liam. Won't be back tonight. Oh, and you might want to switch out the sheets, or not. Up to you. Then came another at 4:30 a.m. Sarah, decided to stay the week with Robert. Don't bother calling. I want to do this. Don't get in my way. And the latest, just half an hour ago. Sarah, we'll talk when I'm back Sunday. If I'm not too wiped, move to the guest room. Don't want you in the master anymore. That's for any guests I bring. Damn it. What's up, Liam? He sent the texts to her. Looks like your guy has the week to work on the house. But I should probably be there just in case any neighbors notice. We can head over tonight. Won't take long. I'll call him. Gonna reply to her? No point. What about your messages? Those from Abby? Liam just shrugged. No messages. Just missed calls. From Abby. Your house, Liam? Heard you sold your car this morning? Yeah, I did. Was going to leave the house to Sarah. Let her pay it off, live there, but not anymore. Screw it. She can buy me out or we sell. Don't care which. I'm not handing her anything on a platter. I want to take back whatever I can. Can't promise anything, Liam, but if we get enough on her for cheating, courts might side with you on splitting stuff up. And there's this Lindstrom guy. We can go after him or anyone else for wrecking love. If he works with her, we'll sue their boss. I've got this for you. I'll handle it all while you're gone. Show me you really want them to pay, and they will. I need to know this isn't just you being mad for a moment, Liam. It's not. You've known me for years, Lillian. You know I mean it. Make them pay. Lillian looked at her old pal. This wasn't just a quick temper. He was in for the long haul. Done, Liam. I'll have the papers ready for you to sign tomorrow. It might take a week to serve her, though. We need time for videos and soundproof. That's okay. I won't be here. Just do what's needed, Lillian. You planning to tell Sarah and Abby you're leaving? No. I don't see why they need to know my moves. Sarah might see it as you leaving her for good and fight back. Throw the cheating in her face. I don't have to stay and watch, do I? No. I've got a good reason to leave now? You do. Who do you want to leave your stuff to? Liam shrugged. Don't care, Lillian. Pick someone or something that would bug Sarah and Abby. Give it to the Republicans. Make sure it sticks. Lillian chuckled. That'll definitely bug them. Then do it. Okay, I need to start on this. See you at your place at 5? Yes, I'll be there. Sarah sat at her desk, yawning again. That young guy had kept her up all night. The sex was great, way better than with Liam. She briefly wondered why it was so much better with Robert after their afternoon fun at her place. Sarah wasn't with Robert just for his looks. He wasn't as big or as good in bed as Liam, but being with him felt new and wild. It felt wrong in a thrilling way, just like Abby had said it would. Sarah was glad she went for it, staying with Robert for a week. She thought this might be the most fun she'd had since her wedding. They decided not to be seen together at work to avoid gossip. Sarah didn't want her boss knowing she was seeing someone she managed. That would cause big trouble. Abby, her daughter, surprised her with her bold ideas. Sarah was proud. She wouldn't have thought to do this without Abby's push. She felt that Abby was right about women being free to live as they wish. Liam would just have to get used to the new Sarah. That was that. Sarah looked at Abby's messages again. Abby: "Hi, Mom. Hope you're having a blast. Just talked to Dad." It went as expected. He hung up on me. He's mad and moaning. Don't be shocked if he's not at home for a bit. He does this. He'll come back, though. Where else can he go, right? Just have fun with your guy. Love you, Abby. Tried calling Dad today. No answer. His phone is probably off. No worries. He needs time to get used to things. Sarah got a message that made her frown. It was odd for Liam to turn his phone off. He always had it on for work. She knew he wouldn't text back. What could he say? That he was mad at her? That was his issue, not hers. It didn't matter much now. She'd stay with Robert this week, then end it with him after Sunday. Sure, she and Liam had been together for 19 years. That was a long time. But she didn't want to lose Liam. She really loved him. As Abby had said, Liam needed to think different. But Sarah would stick with him even if he didn't change. Why? He was kind, took care of her, was good in bed, and a great dad. Sarah knew she wouldn't find someone like Liam again, so she'd keep him. She'd still see other men if she wanted, but wouldn't leave Liam for good. She had missed him a lot these past 3 weeks. She missed his smile, laugh, voice, and touch. But she needed to do this. Sarah needed space to enjoy this fling. Abby was right again. That girl was really wise. Sarah yawned and smiled. Wow, Robert was amazing in bed. Later, Liam met Lillian and her detective at his place. In just 1 hour, the man put in tiny cameras and mics where Liam said to. They hid the recording device in the garage with a very fast web router. All was ready. The detective would park nearby and gather all the video and sound each day. Liam and Lillian decided to have dinner in a quiet place. Liam didn't want to eat much. "What will you do tonight, Liam?" she asked. "I guess head back to my hotel. I'll just drink alone in my room. Might as well. Who knows when I'll get this chance again." "Do you think you and Sarah can fix things?" Lillian wondered. "No, Lillian, it's over. I can't live the way she wants. And I sure can't accept what she's doing now. The party? Maybe I could have gotten past that if Sarah had a good reason, but this? No way." "What about Abby?" "You sound like you don't want her as your daughter anymore. You know you can legally do that here. Just need to tell the court." "Is that what you really want?" "I don't have solid proof, just what she told me, but I believe she pushed Sarah to do this. Sarah wouldn't have on her own. You know it. Abby, I can't stand what she's saying. She must be leading all this. So, yes. If she thinks so low of me, then she's not my daughter. I don't know Abby anymore, but I sure don't like her now, and I won't give her money." "What do you mean?" "I put money in Abby's bank each week, for whatever she needs. It's a good amount to keep her set. No worries about cash, but I'm stopping that. Tomorrow I'll change my pay and insurance at work. Abby can get a job or Sarah can pay for her, insurance and all. I won't fund someone who's trying to tear my life apart. You know, you could also take Abby to court for making Sarah go away from you. You could do it if we catch her in the act." "Yeah? And get what? She's broke." "A judgment, Liam." He just shrugged. "So, what's that worth?" "Well, she can't buy big stuff then, like cars or houses. No credit cards or loans either, not even for school. It'll stick until she pays off or you drop it in court. She's an adult here, so you can sue her. She doesn't need to be here for it." "Huh. Okay. If you find enough proof, then let's do it. She should learn actions have ends." "I'm worried about you, Liam." "Why?" "Where you're going, what you're doing, it worries me. I've made a promise, I don't back out. The company needs me, unlike my ex-family. That must mean something, right? Yeah, I guess. Just don't do anything silly and get hurt. I don't think I could deal with losing you. You've been my best friend for almost 20 years. Liam smiled. They met in college and clicked right away. I'll come back to see you at the very least. Maybe then we can dance. Ha! You've owed me a dance for nearly 20 years. Maybe I should cash in before you go. No, that might be bad luck. Wait till I'm back and I promise we'll dance. I'll hold you to that, Liam. Liam laughed. One more thing. What about your extra clothes? Storing them? Guess so. I hadn't thought about it. My place. I'll keep what you need to store. I've got the space. Really? Amazing. That eases my mind. Plus, it means I'll see you again. Lillian laughed. Liam didn't do as he said to Lillian. He didn't get wasted. Sure, he drank, but just a bit. Enough to make his heart hurt less, and enough to help him sleep all night. When he woke up, he saw he missed some calls from Abby. She didn't leave any messages, but there was one text. Abby, you're not picking up, Dad. You have to stop acting like a kid and face that things are different now. You're just making it harder on yourself, and I don't want you to be hurt more than you need to. This change is going to be tough. But please, Dad, accept things as they are with you and Mom. Talk to me. I help Mom see things different, and I can help you too. I want to help you. Let's talk. Liam frowned reading Abby's message. She didn't want me to get hurt? Really? She helped her mom think different? There it is. Now he knew for sure who made Sarah change. Liam set his phone to buzz and took a shower. Then he sent Abby's text to Lillian and got a big breakfast. He went from the hotel to work, first to the HR office. He made all his changes but had to answer many questions from Nancy Baker, the head of HR. He got fed up and said it was not her place to ask. Nancy was shocked by his reply and kept quiet. She did tell Liam that his kid's money was sent for this week, but it was the last time. Abby's health and life cover would go on till the end of the month, then stop. His money for this week would still go to the old account, but next time it would go to the new one. He got a note from her with his pay details for the month. Before leaving, Liam stopped and looked at Nancy. I'm sorry, Nancy. My wife and I are done. It's not because I'm leaving for work. She's with someone else and my kid is on her side. My ex can pay for our daughter now. I shouldn't have snapped at you, though. I'm sorry. Nancy stood up and hugged him tight. Oh my God, Liam, that's so sad, especially now. If you need anything, just tell me. You know how to find me. Thanks, Nancy. You won't talk about this, right? I'll only tell Mr. Abernathy if he really needs to know, okay? Liam nodded, smiling. Thanks. I'll be back on Friday afternoon. See you Friday, he said, getting a hug before he left. Then he went to see Lillian, who had all the papers ready for him to sign. An hour later, he was out the door with a promise from Lillian to hang out with him on Friday until he went to bed. Next up, he bought a new phone. His old one was no good for where he was going, but he kept the same phone number. Why change it? Abby sent him 2 texts that day. They said the same thing as before. He just sent them on to Lillian. He wasn't going to reply to Abby or Sarah, not now. Maybe Monday. The week went fast for Liam. So did the briefing. His company was taking a big risk, and Liam was kind of proud they trusted him with this big job. But he didn't see how they could get it all done in 10 months. He said 14 months would be tough, but they told him that was the most time he could have. Liam just nodded. What else could he do? His phone buzzed 5 times during the meeting. It wasn't Lillian. She had her own ringtone. So it must be Abby or Sarah. He didn't bother checking. Later with Lillian, he finally looked at his phone, showing her the messages. Once upon a time, in a not-so-far-away land, Liam handed Lillian a piece of magic paper. He spoke with a hopeful twinkle in his eye. I will give more coins for your messenger to say these words when they deliver the news. Try to find them together in a place full of people. Maybe where they take their breaks or in the office where they talk about work things. With care, Lillian took the paper and read the words Liam wished to be transformed. Her task was to keep the story's essence, but to tell it in a way that was easier for all to understand. And so, she began her work, thinking of how to weave this tale anew. Sarah, this trick you're trying to pull, are you out of your mind? What are you aiming for? Lillian could hardly believe her ears. I'm not sure, Lillian. Show her. Take everything from her. You can count on that, Liam. Send that message over to me. He did so, and the next message was from Abby. Abby, Dad, you've got to stop this. It's getting old. Just listen to Mom and get over it. You're lucky she still wants you, and I don't get why. You're not acting like the caring husband you say you are. Pick up when I call. Abby, fine, Dad. You want to be moody? Go ahead. I tried. It's all on you now. Liam shared these with Lillian, too. When will you let them have it, Liam? Pretty soon, I think. Sarah's bringing this guy home, so we'll have sound and picture for Sunday. That should give us a start, right? That sounds like a plan. Call me with news and call me before you let them have it. I might be far away then, but I can still reach out from anywhere. Here, I have something for you. Liam then handed her a sheet of paper. Lillian read it carefully, preparing to weave her tale in the simplest yet engaging way, hoping to bring a touch of light to the heavy task ahead. Yeah, I like that better, Lillian said with a giggle. No, Liam, this one's on us. Come Saturday, Liam hit the airport at 4:30 in the morning. Going through security was a real hassle, and Liam was all nerves about his pistol tucked away in his bags, hoping it would end up in Georgia okay. The flight went smooth, and he dozed off for most of it. When he landed, 2 uniformed folks were there to meet him. One was a big guy, all muscle, with small eyes and a tight-lipped smile. The lady standing with him was tall and straight as an arrow, her dark hair slicked back, and a serious look on her face. Her eyes were deep, almost black, scanning everything. Liam guessed she might be Native American, but he couldn't be sure. The woman walked up, the muscle man right behind her. Mr. Robertson, Liam Robertson? Liam reached out to shake her hand. She had a firm grip. Yes, and you are? I'm Captain Maggie Dumbarton. The big guy behind me is Sergeant Peter Elliott. We're here to take you to your training place. Got any bags? Yes, I do. Brought your pistol, I hear. Yes, I really hope it's here. I'm quite fond of that pistol. Captain Dumbarton didn't say a word, just turned and led the way to where the bags come out. The sergeant lingered a bit, whispering, You'll warm up to her. She comes off cold, but she's top-notch. Lucky to have her. Call me Pete when it's just us. It's all good. Liam and the sergeant had to move quick to keep up, but catching her meant running, and Liam wasn't feeling that. All of Liam's bags made it, and the one with his pistol was wrapped up in all sorts of tape. Getting to the gun meant ripping all that tape off. He really hoped it was still in the case. So, what's the plan, Captain? I start training today, right? He looked at her as she glanced back, then ahead again. Yep, Mr. Robertson. We've got about 45 minutes to get to the base. Once there, you'll get your own room, then off to the shooting area to see how you do with your gun. Today's light, just 300 shots. Then you clean it. Next, you learn the M4 rifle. Another 300 shots and a cleanup. If I'm happy, we eat dinner. That's when you'll meet the team. Her voice was nice, sharp though. Sounds good. I was scared you'd make me run miles or something. She gave him a look like he'd said something dumb. Want to run 12 miles? Just say the word. No thanks. Not big on running or driving. Got it, she said, all business. No runs, no drives. Great, Liam whispered. The sergeant laughed a bit behind him. The ride felt forever. No one wanted to talk. In the back, Liam nodded off. Why not? Sleep when you can, right? The room he got was nicer than expected. A bed area, a spot to sit, and a small bathroom with a shower. No TV or radio. He got the internet password but was told no to watching anything bad on the military network. He wasn't pleased but just nodded. As he opened his case with the gun, the captain watched closely. You've got too much stuff, she said with a frown. Why? I was told I could bring 150 pounds. Do you have 150 pounds with you? No, it's 135 pounds. She clicked her tongue. You only need 66 pounds. Maybe I should check your bags. No thanks. I'm not okay with someone I don't know looking at my stuff. I have what I need and am under the weight limit. Why are you upset? Who's going to carry all this? Looks like it's on me, he guessed by her question. Can you carry 135 pounds a long way? How far? Maybe 40 or 50 yards? In how long? 30 seconds. No way. Not even in a cab. You're kidding, right? Nope. Well, that's bad. Just then, his phone rang. As he took it out, he accidentally hit the loudspeaker button. Lillian started talking fast. Liam, it's Lillian. Listen, Sarah returned home with her new guy a day early 3 hours ago. My friend was nearby checking on something and saw it all live. They went straight to the bedroom and Sarah freaked out seeing your stuff gone. But they quickly got busy all over the house. She's talking to Abby now and wants to call you soon. Sarah is mad you left and wants her guy with her when she calls so you can hear. Wait, Lillian. You're on speaker and I'm not alone. Oh no, why didn't you say so? Liam's face turned bright red as the captain simply looked on. His face felt so hot he thought it might melt. He struggled with the phone until the captain took it and turned off the speaker. Thank you, he said, his cheeks still flaming. The captain looked away, but she could still catch the chat. Yes, Liam. So sorry. You good? Yeah, it's okay, Lillian. Don't sweat it. Got enough for a cheat case? Sure do. My guy got the other man's car number too. Got all we need on him. I'm hitting the court first thing Monday. Sarah and this Linderson fellow will get their notice, maybe at the same time around 10:30 on Monday. Going after the company too. This Linderson guy works under Sarah, so they're both in hot water. Okay, great. And what about Abby? Sorry, Liam. Sarah had her on loud. We got Abby in the mix too. She even said it was all her plan. Looks like your mess with Sarah is all for a school thing Abby's doing with others. Abby's loud about you not helping. Thinks she'll fail because of it and is real mad. Fine. Serve her too. I'll cover the trip and all that. Can we take the school to court? That, I don't know. Gotta talk to someone in California, but Liam, it's California. Expect it to be a mess. Try though. Their crazy school projects wrecking homes? Nonsense. Crush them, Lillian. Torch that damn school. I'll do my best, Liam, but this will sting. You gotta pick up when Sarah rings. Can you tape the call? No, Lillian. Clueless on doing that. Why should I listen? For the pain and the shock, Liam, it's all part of the deal. Are you messing with me? He whispered, mad. I gotta hear some jerk mess up my life to show I'm hurt. That's crap. I'll send you a voicemail if she leaves one. That's it for me, Lillian. Just end this thing. Okay. I'm sorry, Liam. Don't be mad, okay? I could never be mad at you, Lillian. Gotta go. Looks like I need to shoot at something. What? Bye. Liam ended the call, face all hot. Sorry about that, Captain. No need to say sorry, Mr. Robertson. Bad stuff hits us all, but we didn't know you came with heavy stuff like this. Didn't tell anyone, Captain. But I don't mind telling you. I think I need to know, Mr. Robertson. I'm in charge of keeping you safe for a year or so. Need to know where your mind's at. You get me? Yeah, I do. Really? You're with me for a whole year? Yep, with the team you'll meet later. Liam showed her his phone after giving her the lowdown he'd given Lillian. Sarah's my wife, Abby's my kid. Read the text to catch up. Huh, the captain muttered. This is... Wow. It's all for your kid's school thing? She's pulling the strings on this? Looks like it. This needs your focus and a lot of your time. That caller? Lillian? She's my lawyer. Known her since my first college day. Best friend. She's got my power of attorney. Handling it all for me. My main thing is finishing this project, that's it. Just gotta email my daughter tonight. And my wife on Tuesday. Then I'm done. What's your plan for your daughter, if you don't mind? I've legally cut her off and stopped all cash. She's her mom's problem now. Well, Mr. Robertson, you're tougher than I thought. I like that. I only did what I had to do. Like you said, no time for nonsense. They chose, so they deal with it. Ready to shoot? I feel like I need to. Captain Dumbarton laughed. I bet, Mr. Robertson. Drop the mister. Call me Liam, or don't call me at all, unless it's something formal. Sorry, just in a mood. Got it, Liam. Better? Call me Maggie when it's just us. Deal? Liam chuckled. Deal? Let's shoot. The place to shoot was simple. Just an open spot with still targets. Sergeant Elliot told Liam the rules of safety and gave him ear guards and many bullets. Captain Dumbarton showed Liam what to do. You'll use your own gun so we see how good you are. We'll stop you to fix any bad moves. Your target is right there. Shot with it much? Yeah, going to the range chills me out, so I go lots. Must have shot 1,000 times with this one. The guys there help a lot, so I hope I do okay. All right, fill your magazines then. Keep the gun safe and not ready till we say. Start now. Liam filled his 4 magazines fast and did as the captain said, ready to shoot. Once he began, he quickly found his usual flow. No one stopped him. Very good, said the captain. You were trained well. Your shots were close together, just as you aimed. But I have to ask, why did you hit the face, throat, and groin more than the heart? Liam just shrugged. I learned to aim for parts that would end a fight fast. It's a habit now. Did you use the gun's sights? The captain asked. No, I point and shoot. I think I can't use sights now. I see the gun as a finger pointing at my target, Liam replied. Smart and useful. For handguns, that's best. But with the M4 rifle, you'll need to use sights. Let's try 15 yards now. At 15 yards, Liam's shot spread out a bit more, but he didn't miss. Now 25 yards, the captain said. This distance was hard for Liam. He never practiced with his pistol this far, so his shots were all over. They stayed until all the ammo was gone. As expected, you brought a 1911.45 ACP pistol, not made for long shots, and it shows you've not learned to adjust at this range. We'll work on that. Clean your pistol well and fast, the captain instructed. Liam cleaned his gun as he usually did, not knowing he was being timed. When he showed the pistol to the captain, he was suddenly hit by a cloud of sand that Sergeant Elliott threw at him. What the heck, why'd you do that? Now I gotta clean it all over again. That's right, Mr. Robertson. Dust and sand are gonna be big troubles where you're heading. Better get used to it. Liam was ticked off, muttering under his breath. You sound like the nagging women in my life. Captain Dumbarton just laughed. Well, as of this morning, count me as one of those women. I'm one of two who really matter now. Get that pistol cleaned, quick. You can pick up the pace, can't you? Caught him slacking 2 times. The third round of cleaning his 1911, he kept it under cover from prying hands. Shooting the M4 was fun, but cleaning it was a nightmare, what with Sergeant Peters always messing with him. By the end, Liam was steaming. Captain Dumbarton being upset over how slow he cleaned didn't help his mood a bit. He was grumpy heading into the mess hall for dinner. I don't usually eat here since I'm an officer, but this platoon, it's special. It's all for you. We've got 44 soldiers here split into 5 squads. Normally a lieutenant would lead, but I'm in charge for this mission. Captain Dumbarton introduced Liam to everyone in the platoon. He was good with faces, but remembering all of them was a tall order. The food was terrible. Liam somehow managed to gulp it down with a grin, but he wondered if this was his diet for the next year. Sarah must have gotten sidetracked since she didn't call him that day. That night, back in his room, he sat down to write an email to Abby. He had no clue how often she checked this email, but it didn't really matter. She'd read it or she wouldn't. He started without any greeting. This is the last time you'll hear from me. I don't have to tell you what I've been up to. But I'm not like you or your unfaithful mom who I'm married to. I've made it legal to cut you off and take you out of my will. It's all done. You're not my daughter, my only kid, or my heir anymore. We're not family by law now. You made it happen. I'm done with you. I couldn't stop it in time, so you'll get the last bit of money from me this week. And you should know I've taken you and your mom off my company's insurance plans. By the end of the month, you won't have health or life insurance through me. Not my issue anymore. Find a job and see what life is really like. I don't get why you did what you did to us, and especially to me. I hope you're happy with what's happening. If not, it was all for nothing. I can't believe I had a hand in bringing you into this world. Obviously, I'm divorcing your mom. That's already happening. Don't call, text, email, or look for me. You won't find me. You and your mom made your choices. I've made mine. Liam wasn't happy with his message, but he was too tired to care. Whatever, he thought, it's fine. He sent the email and CC'd Lillian. He got no response from Abby, but Sarah was a different story. Her first text came late on Sunday. Sarah, where are you? I said I wanted you home today. Where are you? Robert is here to see you. You better come home now or I'm calling a lawyer. Don't push me, Liam. Home. Now. Then early Monday. Sarah, have you lost your mind? You're divorcing me for cheating? Is this a bad joke? Why did you embarrass me at work? Why not call or come home? There's no reason for a divorce, Liam. You can't tell me what to do. I have my rights. No need for dumb lawsuits against Robert or my business. Just stop it and come home now, right away. An hour later. Sarah, have you gone totally mad? You kicked out our girl? What's gotten into you? Trying to push me around to get what you want? It won't work, Liam. Cut it out. Stop it now before it's too late. You're not like this. Late Monday afternoon. Sarah, hope you're happy now, jerk. I got fired today. So did Robert. Why go after him? He did nothing wrong. You'll pay for this, jerk. I hate you hours later. Sarah, come back, Liam. Please, let's fix this. Just a big mix-up. Come and let's talk. Let me show you. I don't want to lose you. Please, come back. I love you. Let me clear things up. You're making this a bigger deal than it is. Please stop and come back to me. Liam shared the texts with Captain Dumbarton to keep her updated at least. Then he sent all the messages to Lillian. They didn't talk until later that night. Hey Lillian, crazy day, right? Lillian laughed. You can't even imagine, Liam. We still got our cameras up, so it's been quite the drama at your old place. Sarah can't make up her mind between yelling and crying. She thinks it helps. And her new guy? He's just hoping to get close to her again. What a joke he is. And Abby, she got my email. Any news? Well, I went ahead with filing that lawsuit against her too. One of my guys is on it. Abby should get the papers by tomorrow morning. Best if it happens in her class. The school is also in trouble. They'll be hit first and they know it's coming. Your court fight against the school? It won't win. But here's the scoop. Abby's task didn't need her to do what she did. That was all her and her pals. They made up the task and did it without their teacher checking it first. Sure, the teacher has some blame, but suing the school won't work. What will hurt them is the bad talk about them. What will happen is Abby and her pals will lose any free school money they had. That's already been settled and kept hush between the school and me. Abby's schooling is fully paid by the school, so without that, she's out unless she can find money. She can't. Your legal action means she can't get other help or loans. That's what you wanted, right? Yes, that's good. You good, Liam? Yeah, I am, I think. They keep me so busy here, I don't have time to worry. Tomorrow might be different. Guess I'll feel it all then. Lillian, I'll let Sarah know she must talk to you for everything. Ready for that? Lillian laughed. Bring it on. Let her come with her lawyer. Will do. Lillian, thanks for it all. I'd be alone without you. Hey, Liam. You know I got love for you, right? Not the wedding type, but it's strong. Maybe when you're back you can try for the wedding type. But know I'm here for you, always. I know. Hey, think about taking a break and joining me there for a bit. How about that? Lillian laughed again. No way, cowboy. I need my sand to be by the ocean. Make that happen, and you have a deal. By Tuesday morning, Liam had his bags packed and was ready to leave. Liam had to leave Georgia for a military job. Just before going, he texted Sarah and Lillian. Liam, Sarah, you need a lawyer. Get one. Meet Lillian with your lawyer and bring your daughter too. She should be with you when you meet. Lillian can make decisions for me. Don't ignore her. I'm leaving the country. Won't be back soon. What Lillian does or says comes from me. You and I are splitting up. It's your problem if you don't have money or a job. You're on your own. I wish things were different, but you and your daughter made choices. Deal with them. Abby had just sat down, feeling sleepy. She had been up all night because of an email from her dad. Her mom was no help. Abby was mad at her dad. Can he just cut her off like that? Was that even allowed? She didn't know, but it didn't matter. She was ready to fight. Her dad was wrong to blame her for his problems. She'd prove it. As her professor began the class, two people walked in. One was the dean. The other was a young woman in normal clothes. They talked to the professor, who then said, "No class today. Can the following students come up, please?" The professor called Abby and her project group up. Most students left fast, but some stayed, their phones out. They were in the room making a video of all that was going on. Abby and her crew stood in front of the teacher, the dean, and a young lady who stepped up. "Abby Robertson, come here and face me." Abby looked upset but didn't move. "Abby Robertson, come here." The dean looked mad at Abby. "Come here, Miss Robertson, now," the dean said. Abby moved, feeling her legs get weak. The young lady gave Abby an envelope. Abby took it but wasn't happy. "Abby Robertson, you have been cut off. This paper says that Liam Carl Robertson, who was your dad, doesn't see you as his kid or heir anymore. Do you get what this means?" I don't know what's going on," Abby said, lost. "Just tell me yes or no. Do you get it?" Yes, I get it, but..." "Good," said the young lady as she gave Abby another envelope. Abby didn't want this one. She felt like running away. Her eyes wide, she saw the dean look at her like he didn't like her. He nodded at the envelope in the lady's hand, telling Abby to take it. Abby's hand shook as she took it. "You have been served," the woman said. "This says you broke up the marriage of Liam Carl Robertson and Sarah Ann Robertson because of what you did. Do you get what this means?" Tears were in Abby's eyes, and she shook. She felt sick. "Say something to the lady, Miss Robertson." The dean was mad. "I get it," Abby said, her voice shaking. One by one, the rest of the group got their own bad news. Someone even threw up. It was all on video, including when the dean told them they lost their school money. Without it, they couldn't stay in school. He told them to get a lawyer fast. Then he and the teacher left. The mean lady stayed behind with Abby and her crew. She was icy. "Liam Carl Robertson wanted you all to know that what you do comes back at you. You're going to feel the sting for the mean and hurtful thing you did to his life and him. I wish I could see you all get what you deserve for hurting him so bad. You're the worst," she said, and stormed out with her friend who was filming. They sent the video to Liam. He watched it with Captain Dumbarton, tears in his eyes. He didn't want to do it, but you get what you give. The captain watched with a hint of a proud smile. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. 3 weeks later, Lillian was ready in her office meeting room for Sarah and her lawyer to show up. Sarah picked Charles Baker as her lawyer. Lillian had beaten him in court many times before and couldn't wait to do it again. When Sarah, Abby, and Charlie walked in, led by Lillian's clerk, you could tell Sarah and Abby were scared. Good. Charlie acted all big and sure of himself. What a joke. "Ready to start? Anyone want coffee or water before we get going?" Lillian asked. Charlie wanted coffee, like always. Abby asked for water. Sarah stayed quiet. "Okay," Lillian said, handing out a piece of paper to each person at the table. "This talk is being taped. This paper shows Liam Robertson picked me to speak for him when he's not here. Take a look, please." As they got their drinks, Charlie glanced over the paper while Sarah and Abby took their time reading it closely. Lillian then gave Charlie a folder. "You'll want to go over this with Sarah. Inside, there's videos, voice clips, and texts, plus written proofs where Sarah chooses to break their marriage in a very hurtful way." "Lillian," Sarah spoke up, "call me Miss Prescott, Mrs. Robertson, and talk through your lawyer," Lillian replied sharply. She handed Charlie another big folder. "This one has videos and written truths from 4 kids who told the story of how Abby, with her mom's full help, planned to ruin Liam's marriage and hurt him on purpose. They all said they'd talk against them in court." "Charlie, you're also helping Abby in her fight against Liam's decision?" Yes, that's right," Charlie said. "Well, good luck," Lillian said with a cold laugh. "But really, just drop it after you see what's in these folders." "We'll see, Lillian, but we need to talk about how your side will help Mrs. Robertson until the court date." A phone rang and Lillian hit a key on her laptop. The big TV screen behind her lit up with Liam's face, but the picture was fuzzy and kept cutting out. Liam was there, big in the frame, but you could also see soldiers close to him. One, a lady, had her hand on his shoulder. "Hi, Liam. Sorry for waking you. Thanks for being here," said Lillian. "It's okay, Lillian. What do you need me for?" "I need to make sure of something, Liam. Do you still want to go through with the divorce, just like you said before?" Lillian asked. "Yes, as I said. I'll give her nothing. She can search garbage for all I care. Just end this, Lillian. Get that woman out of my life for good." "I will." "Next, do you still want to go ahead with those court cases you started before you left? The ones against people for ruining your marriage?" "I do, all of them. Show no kindness, Lillian. Make them pay for what they did." "All of them!" Liam's voice was cold as he looked right at Abby. Abby went white with his anger and almost stood up, but her mom kept her seated. "All right, Liam, last thing, have you thought again about cutting ties with Abby Robertson?" "No, that person is dead to me." "Are we done, Lillian? I've got a busy day. Just do what we agreed on. You have my okay to go on without me." "Thanks, Liam. Stay safe," Lillian said. Liam smiled at that. "Yeah," he said, pointing to the tough captain next to him with his thumb. "Not much choice with her always by my side. She's strict, but keeping me in one piece. But you gotta like her. She's looking out for me." Liam shifted back a little, and everyone in the room could see he had a gun in a holder across his chest. Sarah caught her breath when she saw it. "Liam, where are you? What are you up to? Liam!" Liam's face turned into a frown, and he hung up the call. Sarah turned to Lillian with fire in her eyes. "Where is he? Lillian, where on earth is my husband? Tell me! Don't I have a right?" "No, you do not, Mrs. Robertson," Lillian shot back. "Mr. Robertson made it clear. Call me Miss Prescott. You two are split up. You're not in his will, so you've got no say in his matters. I can tell you some things, but after what you did to him, don't talk to me about rights." Tears ran down Sarah's face as Abby, too, started to cry, shocked by her father's tough stand. "Lillian, please. He's in trouble, isn't he? What's he up to? Where is he? Bring him back, Lillian. I love him. Please." Lillian was boiling inside. She wanted to grab Sarah and shake some sense into her. Sarah's lawyer just sat back, taking it all in, sipping his coffee. "You love him," Lillian spat. "That's the biggest lie." "Lillian," Charlie cut in, "this is bad enough, don't you think? What's the big deal if my client knows where her husband is? Is it a secret? You've got all the power to speak for him, so why does it matter?" Lillian glared at Sarah and Abby, then gave in with a nod. "You're right, Charlie. This time you're right." "Okay." Lillian took her seat. Liam got this job offer to lead a big project far away. But it wasn't really a choice. Take it or leave the company. He wanted to quit. He planned to talk it over with his lovely wife before making up his mind. The day he got the news, the day he wanted to talk it out with you, Mrs. There was a day you told Robertson you were off to see your friend, Robert Lindstrom. In that short chat, you made it clear to Liam you chose your lover over him. You turned your back on him and your marriage that day. No matter what excuses you made, you left Liam behind. That night, with no reason to stay, he said yes to a job he'd been avoiding. He hoped to explain it to Abby, but she didn't listen. She didn't care about what he was facing. She just pushed her dad away without a sorry. He had to leave by Saturday, leaving him just enough time to sort things out. "Mrs. Robertson, you didn't return home and told him to leave you alone while you were with your lover. So, he didn't bother you. He mourned his lost family and handled his affairs. He left early Saturday, spent 3 days training with weapons at Fort Benning, Georgia. Then, he flew to Iraq. He moves between Iraq and Afghanistan and will do so for the next year. The woman with him? She leads his security team. Her job is to keep Liam safe. Now you know. He left because he lost his wife, his daughter, and his family, all because of you two. Don't talk to me about rights. You both make me sick." The room got quiet except for Sarah's and Abby's cries. Charlie looked uninterested. "Okay then. As for the split, my client wants it all. No way. She gets nothing, no cash help at all. She will either pay my client for his part of the house or sell it. We've got her money records, so we know she can pay him off." "What? How did you?" "Come on, Charlie. My client did all the money work in the marriage. He could look at her bank stuff because she let him. She never said he couldn't, even now. That doesn't matter, Lillian. She's got no job right now. That's not my client's fault. Her bad choices got her fired, not Liam's doing. He shouldn't have to pay because your client messed up. Lillian, no need for that. Save it, Charlie. It is what it is. My client still owns part of the house, so I got into the house. I even got it checked for its worth after taking out Liam's cameras." Lillian pushed the house's worth papers across to them. "You know my client should get most of the house's value if cheating is proved, even more so since his money mostly paid for the house. I've got all the records showing his bank covered it. Your client, even with a job, never paid once for the house." Charlie looked at the papers, then shook his head. "We'll see, Lillian, but okay, go with that. There's also a case where my other client, Abby Robertson, wants your client to cover her school costs, living costs, and give her money like before." Lillian laughed. "No way. Abby Robertson is not my client's problem or family anymore. She won't win against my client, so don't bother. She doesn't get anything from us but hate, and she should be glad for that. Charlie, it's no use. Her 4 friends spilled everything. They gave us voice clips and notes of their plan, even their half-done schoolwork. They didn't get any deal for this. They'll all stand in court for my client, against his wife and Abby. It's clear Abby led the scheme, and Sarah was in on it too. Your client is just burning cash now, but that's on you. They won't get a dime from us." "Why are we even here then? If you won't budge, what's the point?" Charlie asked. 2 reasons. First, to show you the proof we have against you. Second, so your clients could see Liam Robertson and hear his side. They saw him. They know he's serious. Right? Lillian didn't look at Sarah and Abby, but at Charlie. Then Sarah said, "I'll fight the divorce. I don't care about the proof. I'll ask for therapy." Lillian's laugh cut through the room. "Sure, get the therapy order, but know this. I'll be there in place of your husband. I speak for him. That's not right. I want to talk to my husband, explain. You had your shot, Lillian shot back. Both of you did. Time to own up. Accept Liam's terms and walk away. Maybe he'll come around, but I doubt it. Lillian, these folks are my clients. You can't talk to them, she said. Then you do it, Charlie. Right now I'm a bit kind because I used to be friends with your people. Just a bit. Make me mad and I'll take everything from them. I hate them for what they did to my friend. Try me, Charlie. They'll be left with nothing. I get it, Lillian. Let me look at what you've given me and talk to my people. You've got till Friday end of day. 5 p.m. Not a second more, Charlie. That's crazy. Here, I'll make it easy. Look at the videos of Sarah with her friend. It'll take you 10 minutes to see she's got no chance in the divorce. Spend a couple of hours on the stuff from her daughter's friends. You'll see Sarah and Abby are in on it. No question. Spend an hour on your people plotting against Liam Robertson. Take 20 minutes on Sarah's money papers. You'll see. You should know where you stand by today, Charlie. These are not requests from my client. If you don't agree by Friday close, I'm going after everything they own. They wrecked my client's life on purpose. I'll wreck theirs. Lillian, I've never seen you like this. Be careful. We should keep things professional. Forget it, Charlie. You know I went to Judge Merkel's court. I used to work for her. She's seen all this. Talked to Liam. Twice. She's talked to Abby's friends and seen their words. You'll have your chance, Charlie. Fair, right? I give you 7 minutes to tell your case, then you're done. Bet you, Charlie, Sarah Robertson won't keep Liam's name after the divorce. Keep it simple and to the point. Short words, varied lengths, but make sure the message is clear and strong. You best bring her birth paper to court, 'cause she's gonna leave there with her old name, said Lillian. No way, that can't happen. Want to bet? Coffee for a week. You lose, you pay. No, I won't. That's silly, Lillian. Of course it is. You've never won against me, Charlie. This time, I'll beat you so bad you'll think twice about going to court again. Maybe start a laundry shop. Sarah and Abby watched, scared. Lillian's sharp words scared them, and their lawyer, Mr. Baker, was nervous. Very nervous, Sarah cut in. Stop it, Lillian, please. Mr. Baker, thanks, but we don't need you now. Leave the papers and send your last bill to my house. But Mrs. Robertson, she's just making things up. Mr. Baker, I've known her for 20 years. She's not making things up. Sarah checked her watch. You're off the clock at 11 a.m. today. Please go. And I won't pay for my daughter anymore. She can decide what she wants. Mom. Quiet, Abby, just quiet. Mr. Baker left in a huff. Sarah felt lost. Abby was scared. You should go, said Lillian, her voice cold. Get a new lawyer if you want, but fast. The judge won't wait, I know that. Sarah shook her head. No more lawyers, I give up. What does Liam want? Sarah, I shouldn't talk to you. I work for Liam, not you. We're still recording this. That's fine. I don't mind. Lillian made a face. He wanted me to turn you both into dust. Sarah jerked back, scared by those harsh words. Okay, how will you do that? She asked. You really want to keep talking to me? Yes. I know I'm the one who messed things up with my husband. It's all on me. He didn't do anything to deserve how I treated him, how I made him feel small. What's my punishment? Did you read the divorce papers? I did, but I can't say I remember all of it. Getting them shocked me. I never thought he would do it. I don't know why, but I thought he would agree to keep going with the changes I wanted. I don't know why I thought that. I should have known better. I knew he loved me. He really loved me. I thought he would say yes. He had to say yes. I should have known better. Yes, you should have. He's in trouble, isn't he? Yes, he's in danger all the time, but the people looking after him are really good. He might make it. Sarah cried hard. He was going to leave his job? She cried. That's what he told me. He planned to until you came up with your crazy idea. Abby could have helped, but she didn't care about him either. I'll pay off the house and give it to him. He doesn't want the house. He said he'd never go back there. Not after what you did in Liam's bed. Then I'll sell it and give him all the money. That's a start. What else, Lillian? You won't get any money from him. No alimony, nothing for you or Abby. Well, definitely not Abby. That means no kind of insurance. Nothing. I agree to that. What about you? I'll pay for your lawyer. Liam has covered what needed to be paid. I'm helping my friend for free. What's that mean? It means I won't take any money for helping my buddy. That's my choice, not your problem. Keep your car. He doesn't need one where he's at. There's nothing in the house he wants. What about bank stuff? He took half before he left. Didn't you look at your accounts? No, I should. He left your personal one alone, just took from the joint ones and half the CDs. Liam said the rest are in the office safe. I guess they are, if he said so. What else, Lillian? There's more, right? Sure, I got a long list of things to take from you, Sarah, but I won't. My friend is in a bad spot, hurting because of what you two did. He wants out, and I agree. The sooner the better. He needs that peace. Come back tomorrow at 10. I'll have the papers for you to sign. Sell the house. The divorce can't end until that's done, so be quick. Also, what's your maiden name? Liam's clear you won't keep his family name. He's right. You don't deserve it. Neither of you. Sure. Haskell. I was born Sarah Ann Haskell. You'll go back to that name when the divorce is done then. Anything else? For me, yes. Lillian. What about the lawsuit against Abby? That's not for you to handle. She's my daughter. No, Sarah. The troublemaker is an adult who broke her family, your marriage, and her dad. She can talk for herself now or talk to the judge. I don't know what to say. It wasn't meant to go like this. Well, it did, you fool. How did you think it would end? Did you believe Liam would just give in to your silly mistakes? Did you? Don't you have any respect for the man? Abby was crying hard. He worked so hard. He should have said yes. You fool. Worked? You hurt your dad over some papers? Did you even check those papers? Were they a joke? This is crazy. Lillian, stop, Sarah, just stop. And your friends, Abby, did they do this dumb thing to their folks too? Abby nodded. Yes, she said softly. We tried, but the other folks, they just laughed at us. Two even made fun of us. It's my fault, Lillian. Sarah jumped in. When she told me, I was all in. I don't know why, it just felt right. I didn't want to lose Liam, no, but I wanted more. Her plan hit me. I was true to Liam our whole marry, but then I told myself it wasn't cheating on Liam. I was just changing our rules. I was freeing me. That's what I told me, at least. My God, Lillian said. And you, Abby, did you think to tell this to Liam when you told your mom? Did you? I didn't want to. I knew he'd say no. So you didn't care how it hit him? I did. I knew it would hurt, and I said I'd help him. Yeah, I saw your texts. You call that help? Getting him to be okay with your mom's bad moves? No, I wasn't. I didn't. Lillian's stare hit Abby, then moved to Sarah. Smart she is? This is smart now? Lillian. You two make me wish I wasn't a woman. You're a mess. Tell me, Abby, you're smart? Will you fight Liam's claim? I don't want to. I wish it'd just go away. We all wish for things. He's suing you for a lot. What will you do? Abby sobbed. I don't have that much money. I can't deal with this. Please make it go away. You haven't said sorry for hurting Liam. You know what? That suit will stick to you forever. You earned it. Own up to it. I can't. Then you're stuck. Lillian, please. We should be punished. She lost her scholarships. She can't get loans or grants. I got another job. It pays less, but I'll take it. Let's make a deal. I can pay if it's fair. I don't care about her school. She wasted her chance. You can't pay for her mistake. She must face it. Maybe Liam would. No! I speak for Liam. It's me or the court. She'll lose in court. Fine, Lillian. How much? Tell us a number to calm your and Liam's anger. Lillian sat back, eyeing Sarah. Other parents offered $100,000 each. I might take that, but not from Abby. So, what then? Give us a number, Lillian. Give Abby a number. Lillian thought, her jaw tight. This is a one-time deal. Abby had to take it now or go to court. Got it? Yes. I was asking Abby. Oh, yes, I get it. You owe $250,000. Abby, you need a full-time job and pay us from your checks. You can go to night school if your mom pays, but you must work and pay this debt on your own. Change your last name, too. You shouldn't keep Liam's. If you bail on this, I'll sue you for $1 million. Abby's eyes popped wide and her mouth dropped open. Then she fainted, hitting the floor. Sarah rushed to help her. Lillian didn't look at them. Sarah helped Abby sit back up and used water to wake her up. Once Abby was up, Lillian asked, Done with the drama? Need to cry more? Tell me, are you in, Abby, or not? Sarah tried to speak, but Lillian stopped her. No, Abby talks. Yeah, I'm in, Abby said, crying again. Lillian made a sound. You have 3 weeks to land a job. Show me you got one and how you'll pay to a bank account I'll give you. Come back with your mom tomorrow to sign the deal. Now you two need to leave. You make me sick. Lillian got up and grabbed her folders. Lillian, can I ask something? Sarah said. Just a sec, please. What now? Liam, do you think... Is he okay if I write him? An email? God, Sarah, why? Don't you think he's got enough to deal with? He doesn't want to hear your reasons. You hurt him, that was bad enough. Leave him alone. Give it some time, then we'll talk. Just leave him alone, Lillian said. It's not that, Sarah replied. I just need to know he's okay. Maybe just a short note from him now and then. Are you still with that loser? What? No, there's been no one since that day. It's been just me, I swear. Damn, Lillian muttered. Don't share this. I'll be so mad if you do. Got it? Sarah nodded, crying. He's still got his old email. Don't mess this up, Lillian warned. Sarah cried more. I won't. Thanks. One thing, Sarah. Keep Abby away from him. She hurt him a lot. His own kid, you know? I get it, thanks. Liam woke up in his dark room, a tiny nightlight on. Maggie was right there, awake and ready. She said nothing, just looked at him with a calm face. Getting used to her face took time, but Liam liked it. It was kind of nice. What woke you? She asked quietly. Not sure, he said. Bad dream or maybe just gas. She smiled, and he saw it. Just a bit, but it was there. Maggie could see better in the dark, so she noticed Liam's more muscled chest. He had gotten stronger since starting this job of his. He had asked for help, and she had shown him how. All of it. His keen interest had caught her off guard, but she used it well. Though he was close to 42, he now had the fit body of a man 10 years younger. He was also quick to learn in their work. She watched over him, true, but she didn't need to hover anymore. He was able. The thing was, she liked having him around. That was unusual for her. Men usually didn't stick around her for long. It was probably because of her stern face. It scared them off, but not Liam. He said he liked her face, said it was calm and nice. Maggie didn't quite get it, but she accepted it. What she really liked about him was his smart mind, his straight talk, his patience, how good he was at his job, and his way of making her laugh. He teased her in a kind, gentle way. He was brave. Maggie liked that a lot. She also liked that he was a caring lover, always making sure she was happy first. Whatever she wanted or needed, he made sure she got it before he thought of himself. They had been a pair for a month before Aita happened, and it was a shock to both of them. She didn't plan on it, knowing his troubles at home. He didn't either, because of his life back home. Yet, they were driving a patrol route in the middle of nowhere when their Humvee's tire popped. They first thought it was an attack and acted fast. But it wasn't an attack, just a bad tire, and there was no spare tire. Maggie called for a tow truck, telling them where they were by GPS. After learning they had to wait 2 hours, Maggie joined Liam by the busted tire. How it started, neither could say, but soon both had their pants down around their ankles. Maggie was down by the front tire, and Liam was with her, sharing a close moment. She felt so much joy, even as her helmet hit the tires inside. When he was done, it was a burst of happiness for her. They were together 3 times before the tow truck came. Each time was even better. But when the truck got there, they were not done wanting each other. To the outside eye, they seemed normal when help arrived. Maggie was all serious, and Liam was just looking at how the big tire was fixed. They got a spare tire and the truck went off. They went back on their way, not talking about their moments, but still finding ways to touch. A hand here, a leg there, whatever they could manage. They both got it. Things like this were not looked at kindly. Maggie was right there with Liam when he talked to his lawyer on a video call. She touched his shoulder the whole time. She saw his future ex-wife and his daughter for the first time. She wondered why the woman had left Liam, especially in the way she did. Maggie didn't think much of the daughter either. She felt that neither of them were right for Liam, but her hand on his shoulder said a lot. The captain thought it was just to show support, which was partly true, but not everything. The word spread fast in their group. They heard why and agreed quietly. They all liked Liam. The captain was good for him, and that was enough. Just be careful, they thought. Soon, Liam got a message from his lawyer. Liam had a good laugh, and so did Maggie. She thinks I'm pretty? She really means that? Maggie asked. Yep, that's Lillian for you, straight to the point. You've got yourself a fan, Maggie. I'll make sure you guys meet when we're back home. You'd do that? Why not? Liam said. I don't know. You think we'll still be together? I hope so. It's not just a quick thing for me. I really want to be with you. Is that okay? Maggie paused, then looked away, thinking, Actually, it's fine. I've never had a guy stick around, Liam. Never thought I'd want one to. But with you, I do. I can't tell you why, but I want to see where this goes. You get me. You like me for me. That's new for me. Let's see how far we can go, okay? I'm here as long as you'll have me. Does that work? Liam grinned. It does. More than you know. I hope I make you happy. Maggie let out a laugh. You worry because of what Sarah did. She just didn't see what she had. She wasn't right for you, but I'm not her. Winning my heart won't be easy, Liam. Liam was as happy as he could be. He and Maggie had a wild time, and in the end, Maggie was the one to tap out first. Liam didn't think he could be any happier. It took him a while, but he finally got back to Lillian. Lillian, no camels for me, okay? So the mess back home is wrapping up. How can I ever say thank you? I'd be lost without you. I'm not sure how I got so lucky to have your trust, love, and friendship. Just give me a nudge if you think I'm slipping away. I can't picture my life without you. Did you get the meeting on tape? Could I see it? Over here in my free time, there's not much to do. Watching you in action might help me move on. No worries if it's not possible. Maggie, the Amazon, knows all my back home troubles. She needed to know for her job. Telling her everything has really helped. She listens well and keeps me focused. She's also been pushing me hard. Maggie calls it fitness training. She's got me in shape. Check out the pictures. I think you'd like her. I've told her about you and want you two to meet when we're back. Maybe at the beach? If things go as planned, I might wrap up here earlier than expected, maybe 2 or 3 weeks early. By shaping the message in a more straightforward manner, the essence of Liam's communication is preserved, while making it accessible and employing commonly used words. This approach maintains the story-like tone and personal touch of the original message. Old Man Abernathy put a top team together, so let's hope for the best. Lots could go wrong, but we'll see. I really want to leave this heat and the darn sand behind. I hate the sand the most. It gets everywhere. You clean up and in no time you feel it on you again. Can't wait to be rid of it. Gotta go back to work. Thanks for everything. Love you. Always did. Always will. Lillian read Liam's email over and over. His words made it clear he and that Captain Maggie were close. He wouldn't outright say it because he's still married, but it was obvious. Lillian felt okay with this. She loved Liam but wasn't quite sure how. She didn't feel jealous about Maggie. Maybe she was just glad Liam had someone there. Maybe that was it. And Maggie, she seemed super attractive. Lillian truly wanted to meet her. Who knows what could happen? Liam's photos blew her away. He always looked good, but now he was something else. Lean, tan, muscles showing. Maggie must have him working out. In the picture, Liam stood in the desert, no shirt, looking off. He had his gun and a small smile. He also got a short haircut. It made sense given where he was and the hot weather. God, he looked so good. Lillian felt a rush. She printed the photo. It was going on her desk. Then she printed another for her house. She also sent the photo to Liam's boss. His work friends needed to see how much he had changed. The other pics were from other times with different looks and clothes. Maybe from places far off like Iraq and Afghanistan? He didn't say, so she just couldn't guess. She kept all the pics. Lillian had a sharp thought. She thought about sending that one pic without a shirt to Sarah to show, look what you lost. But she didn't. It would just make things worse than she wanted. Everything was done, signed, dated, and stamped. Now they just needed Judge Merkel's okay. Lillian didn't want anything messing it up. Just a few more weeks, and it was over. But Sarah, the woman thought she and Lillian were still pals. She didn't get hints or clear words that Lillian didn't want to hang out. Sarah thought they had to be apart just till the court stuff was done. She really didn't get it. Lillian let out a sigh. That thought was mean and not needed. Lillian knew Sarah wanted Liam back and saw Lillian as her way back. It didn't matter to Sarah that Liam wanted no part of her. Sarah just couldn't see it. She couldn't believe she had hurt things so bad that it couldn't be fixed. Their marriage made whole again. 19 years with Liam, and she didn't know him at all. Sarah was into her new job and seemed to like it. She missed the money from before, but it was a good job still. It had room to grow. She also went back to her old name, even before the divorce made her. She had a buyer for the house, which would be done next week. Lillian found it a bit of a shock that Sarah was doing all she could to meet the divorce needs. Abby got a full-time job at an accounting place. She, too, was doing all she could to meet the deal she signed. But unlike Sarah, Abby wouldn't say sorry for what she did to Liam. It wasn't Abby's doing. All on Liam. Everything. Lillian felt like giving Abby a piece of her mind. Abby didn't call Liam Dad anymore. Just that guy, if she even talked about him at all. Abby was mad she had to leave school. Work? Not in her plans. At all. Forget her. It took her friend a week to cut the meeting video into small bits to send to Liam. 5 clips, in order. Liam, I want more pics like the one without a shirt. I'm making a calendar. Quick, buddy. I need them. Loads. 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 I'm sending you the meeting clips in several emails, all today. One video was too big, so you're getting 5. Sorry if you're upset when you see me telling off Sarah and Abby. It's kind of my thing. Hope these clips help you move on. Sarah and Abby are sticking to their promise. Your old place will be gone soon. Hard to believe, but Sarah is all in making sure everything is just right. She's driving me nuts. Wants perfection. Such a bother. She keeps acting like we're still pals. Drops hints she might be writing to you. She visits me a lot, which is annoying. But helping you is worth it. Want any updates on Sarah or Abby? Just ask. Be careful with Sarah. She thinks you're coming back. Your call, but be careful. Okay? I'd love to meet Maggie. Can I call her that? Hope so. Choose a beach and I'm there. Maggie might laugh, but she makes me think of, what's that old show? Xena? Warrior Princess? Yeah, that look. I get shivers just picturing her in it. Wow. Does she even have something like that to wear? Man, I'm being naughty. But it's chilling me all over. Maybe I should start dating again. Nah, I'll wait for you. You do owe me a few dances, you know? Don't make me come after you, Liam. It won't be nice. I hope you wrap up that work soon. I kind of miss having you around. Sure miss seeing you or hearing you. Maybe we could Skype some weekend. I've got no clue where you are or what the time would be, so you call me on a Sat or Sun my time? Anytime's fine. Maybe do it once a month? No need to plan it. Whenever you can works for me. Mr. Abernathy talked to me last week. I know he talks to you too. Did he tell you you're getting a big bonus for finishing Phase 1 and Phase 2? Whatever they are. He was super happy on the phone, so don't be shocked if you come back a rich man. With your settlements and these bonuses, just might happen. Oh, and I sent him your pic without a shirt. He shared it with everyone at work. It's even a big picture in the lobby now. Cool, right? Okay, gotta go act like I matter or something. Right back when you got time. Say hi to Xena for me. Lillian Wright. After sending the emails, she had another thought. Dang, she needed to hit the gym. No way she was meeting them in a bikini looking how she does now. Nearly 2 weeks passed before Liam got to watch the videos Lillian had sent. He was amazed by how well she did at the meeting, so thankful she was on his side. But he was torn about how she dealt with Sarah and Abby. On one side, he was glad to see them get what was coming. It was good to see that. But still, he felt mixed about it. He saw his wife of 19 years and his girl getting pushed down hard. It was tough to see. Really tough. Maggie was there with him, both of them with no clothes on, sitting on what they called a sofa, but it was pretty bad. She hugged him tight. Are you okay, Liam? Is this what you wanted after all you went through? Liam let out a deep breath. Yes, no, I'm not sure. I'm just happy it's done. Lillian didn't hold back, huh? Maggie smiled. Nope, she didn't. Think she was really that mad? I like her. How she stood up for you when you weren't there was something else. I don't know anyone who would do that for me. I have to meet her for sure. A friend like her? She's worth a lot. Liam laughed. She is worth a lot, always has been. She was really mad. What Sarah and Abby did got to her. It felt like they betrayed her as much as they did me. Maggie paused, then asked, Do you think Lillian will be okay with me being a big part of your life? Maybe your partner if we end up there? Liam answered without pausing. She will. I'm sure of it, Maggie. She's already okay with you. Her jokes about meeting you on the beach and the Xena outfit? She wouldn't make those jokes about just anyone. Lillian thinks you're going to be a big part of my life. And her talking about meeting you at the beach? That means she wants to be a part of your life too. You know, Sarah and I asked her to come on trips with us lots of times, but she never did. Not once in 19 years, but you and I, we're not even back home, and she's already said she'll meet us. That's big for Lillian. The Xena outfit? I think that would be cool to see. It shows she's already cool with you. Maggie laughed. Then I guess I should tell you both. I actually have that outfit in storage. I wore it to a Halloween bash in college. It still fits. I have a snap of me in it on the cloud. Want to see? Yep. Maggie got on his laptop, found her cloud, and got the pic. Wow, Maggie. He was all stirred up seeing the photo. Maggie grinned. Looks like you like that pic. You know it. You must have been the star at that party. Not just guys, Liam. After some drinks, I kind of said anyone who could pin me down could have me. It was a wild night. Liam chuckled. Did any guys try? Any win? You sure you want to hear, Liam? Yeah, it's okay. What happened before us is past. Would you judge my past flings? Nope. Well, no guy stepped up, but a woman did, dressed as Wonder Woman, rope and all. She was buff and pretty. She dared me. Liam couldn't hide his excitement. For real? Who won? Maggie acted sad. She was down in 90 seconds. I made sure she knew it. What do you mean? It means I took her rope, tied it around her neck, and made her mine. She had to stick by me at the party, kneel by me, and serve me. She even fed me. When I needed the loo, she was there. After, though she lost, she still gave me pleasure, for hours. When done, I let her finish herself off. Then I sent her away. Liam was over the moon. Wow, Maggie. You do stuff like that a lot? Would you like it if I did? Maggie touched him gently. Yes, Maggie. She laughed loud. I did it just once, Liam. It felt right that night. He threw his laptop on the couch and pulled her close, kissing her as deep as he could. Abby got home before her mom. That was usual. And it was just one more thing that bugged her. The condo her mom got was okay, not too fancy, but fine. It had 3 beds, 3 baths, and a spot for 2 cars. At least you couldn't hear the neighbors. The garages were in between the places. Mom put down a big chunk of money on it, not wanting a big loan. She wanted it paid off fast, thinking he might come back. But why would he come back to her? To them? Abby got herself a glass of white wine. She had just turned 19, but her mom was cool with her having a little wine now and then. Her mom laughed it off as being very European. It was Friday. Another dull Friday at home. Abby was so bored. She was bored, sad, and down. Her birthday had just passed, and that man didn't even send a text, an email, a call, a letter, a card. Nothing. It wasn't right how he did her. Not right at all. Mom took her out to a fancy place for her birthday and even sneaked her into a club. Abby didn't dance, though. She didn't know how, didn't want to learn, and sure didn't want to dance with any of the guys asking. But her mom did. She danced with a few guys. She also had quite a few drinks, just enough to get silly, like she was having a blast and thought Abby should too. Mom just didn't get it. Abby couldn't have fun because that man had ignored her birthday. Mom always made up reasons for him. It was really annoying. He might be in a different place on a different time, she said. He was working long days, she said. How would Mom know that? It didn't matter, just excuses. So what if he was busy? So what if he was in a risky spot, always close to death? It was his choice to be there. He should have stayed home. He should have just done what Mom wanted. He should have worked with her so she could finish her project. If not, he should have stood up for himself. Not let Lillian fight for him. That was shameful. It was so embarrassing to have that woman judge her. Abby couldn't stand Lillian. Maybe. She wasn't sure. And that bugged her too. Tears ran down her face. Again, Sarah came in and saw Abby at the table with wine and tears. She sighed. It looked like one of those nights. Are you hungry, Abby? Do you want to stay in or go out? What do you like? Sarah asked. Abby just shrugged. I'm not hungry, Mom. Oh, why not? Just not. Okay. How about I order something? You might want it later. Like Thai food? Sure, Mom. Whatever you like. Thai it is. How was your day? Made any friends at work? No, why would I? Because it's normal. So, anything fun happen at work? Abby shrugged again. I got a pay raise with my review today. That's awesome. How much? Abby sighed. $2.45 an hour. Starts Monday. Wow, isn't that a lot? You think? It's nothing. Sweetie, you've only been there a little while. Most folks get 50 cents to $1 raise for the time you've been there. Why'd they give you so much? Abby frowned. I guess because I found a mistake in one of their reports. Wow, Abby, they have you checking reports? No, Mom. So here's how it went down. I was taking this paper up to the bosses because I was bored and peeked at it. Guess what? Big mistake in it would have cost them a pile of cash. I told them when I dropped it off. What did they say? I ask. Abby just kind of lifts her shoulders. Zip. They didn't think I was right. But later, the big boss, he tries to sound mad but ends up thanking me. It was his mess. So here's the deal, Mom. They want me to hit the books again. They do? Yeah. Mr. Schofield says they'll pay for me to finish school. It would mean I'd work less, though. That's awesome. Why the long face? I said no. I can't work less money. I gotta pay off this big fine because of that dude. Talk to Lillian. She could help, I suggest. No way. I can't stand her. I won't ask her for a thing. Mom lets out a big breath. It's not begging, Abby. This is a big chance. Lillian can check it out and help you. She's got the power to do it. I bet she would. It's a no-go, Mom. I won't ask her. And him, he forgot my birthday. I'm so mad at him. Hope he gets what's coming. Do you really hate him or just mad? It bugged me, too, him ignoring your birthday. I thought it was small of him. I wish I had answers, Abby. Maybe he's waiting for you to say you're sorry. You kinda owe him that. So that's where it stood. A big mess, but deep down, I wonder if things might smooth out if everyone just talked. He won't take my sorry. Not over the phone, anyway. My sorry needs to be face-to-face. I'll say sorry when he's back. Don't wait. You could email him. You both can fix things. Why should I start? He kicked me out. Yes, he did. I don't have to say why, right? You know he felt your hurt more than mine. He can forgive what I did. I was his wife. You were his only kid. I needn't say more, right? Can't you see how he felt? How he saw what you did to him? Think, Abby. You're smart enough to get it. I didn't deserve that, Mom. It was not fair. Maybe not to you, but Liam thought it was. So if things are to be fixed, it starts with you. He thinks it all began with you. Don't let your pride or anger keep you from your future. It's silly and childish. Admit it, Abby. You messed up. Own it and say sorry. Abby scoffed. You're just saying that because you want him back, Mom. Yes, I do want him back. I won't lie. I think he'll return to me. You're dreaming, Mom. He won't come back to you. He's moved on, but you won't see it. Won't see what, Abby? How could he replace me, and with who? You think it's Lillian? Be real, Mom. It was never about Lillian. The army lady on the Skype call at the meeting. Didn't you see her right by him? I remember someone there, but seeing him that way shocked me. He had a gun. I just didn't really notice who was with him. It was a woman, Mom. A tough-looking lady, too. She wasn't just by him. She was close, right next to him. And she kept her hand on his shoulder the whole time. She never let go or moved away. It was like she was showing he was hers. How did you not see that? I didn't. All I really saw was the mad look in his eyes and the gun he had. I missed the rest. I saw it, Mom. I was staring right at her, no doubt about it. She's with your ex and she's not letting go. Not over there and likely not here either. You need to stop hoping he'll come back, Mom. I don't think he will. Sarah felt tears come. Liam with another? That hurt deep. He was with someone else? Mom, you should start seeing other people. You're waiting for something that's not gonna happen. He left us, Mom. No, he didn't. We left him. Both of us. He might have someone new, I'm not sure, but he didn't leave us. You're wrong, Abby. We turned our backs. We were mean. We did. You need to see that and fix it. I can't date. I won't let him find me with someone else. I can't. I hope there's a chance to make things right, not if I'm with someone when he gets back. You're dreaming, Mom. He won't care. You sure? Did you try to talk to him? Anything? No. You once said he was just sulking. I saw your messages. He wasn't sulking, but you are and have been. Abby's face got mad. See, Abby? You blame him. You should be blaming you and me. We did this to him. Maybe he went too far. He got mad and hurt, but we should have seen it coming. We didn't. We didn't have a plan for what he did, when we should have. You and I were too sure of ourselves, too proud. We thought he would just do what we wanted. Lillian was right when she said we didn't show him any respect. We didn't. Now we're paying for being so dumb. That's what it was, Abby. Just dumb. Face it. Abby's tears kept falling. I don't know what to say, Mom. He just pushed me away. Like I was nothing to him, just like that. He did what we did, Abby. Abby wiped her tears. I never told him I loved him, Mom. Yeah, I said it on the phone, in texts, but never face to face. How come? Sarah looked at her daughter and then just gave a small lift of her shoulders. Maybe you felt you didn't need to. That doesn't make any sense, Mom. Maybe not, but it's how it was. He knew. He always knew. Until he didn't. I can't make this right, Mom. I don't know how. I don't even know where to start. Oh, dear. Do you feel sorry for what we did to him? Not just sorry for what happened to you, but for what we did to him? Do you wish you hadn't done any of it? Abby nodded just a bit. Yes, she said in a really soft voice. So do you hate him? Abby looked sad. No, I don't. I'm just hurt and mad. Really mad. I want him. I want him to love me again, but I know he won't. Sarah smiled a little. Wait here a moment, dear. I got something today you need to see. Just give me a bit, okay? Abby nodded as Sarah stood and left for their office. After a few minutes, Abby heard the printer. She looked up as Sarah came back into the kitchen. This came for me today, Abby, Sarah said as she gave a printed page to her daughter. I was going to show you after dinner. Abby took it and tried to read through her tears. Sarah, I'm lost for words. I thought flying far away would help sort my feelings, but no luck. This place is like no other. It's like being on a different world. Back home feels so far away here, but I need a favor, something I can't do on my own. I don't even know how to ask. Can you tell Abby something for me? I couldn't reach her. No address, no email. I tried calling on her birthday, but her phone's cut off. Did she drop her number? I asked Lillian, but got no clue. Please tell her I did remember her birthday. I tried to reach out. I'm sorry for how I was back then. You know what I mean. I miss her, Sarah. I miss us being close. Is there a way to fix things, or is it too late? You might not want to help, and that's okay. You don't owe me anything. I'm not trying to sneak back into your life, really. I've changed. War changes you. I can't go back to who I was. Email time is short here. Gotta go in a bit. In a simple way, the writer is trying to mend a friendship from miles away, feeling the weight of words and distance. Abby read the email over and over, and then she just sat there, feeling all mixed up inside. She ate some food and drank some wine because her mom told her to, but she hardly remembered doing it. She stayed at the kitchen table long after her mom went to bed. It was really late, like 2 in the morning, when she finally moved to get her laptop from the office. She saw her mom had sent her the email from Liam. Abby hit reply and added Liam and Lillian's names. Dad, I know I shouldn't call you that now, but I don't care about what the court said. In my heart, you're still my dad, and I'm still your daughter, no matter what anyone else thinks. Thank you. I thought I might not hear from you ever again. I've been so down and mad. I love you and miss you a lot, Dad. I do. Mom showed me the email you sent her. I've been sitting here for hours, trying to figure out my feelings, thinking about what you asked Mom. Now it's 3 a.m., and I'm still all over the place. I'm sitting in the dark. The only light is from my laptop, and I'm not sure how to say what I need to say to you. But I think some things shouldn't be said in writing. I need to tell you a lot face to face. I'm not sure I'm brave enough for that. I know I have to see you, but I'm really scared. A bit ago, Mom told me I was being childish. She didn't use those words exactly, but that was the message. You said something similar the last time we talked on the phone. You were right to call me out for giving advice about you and Mom when I hadn't been in a real relationship myself. I didn't listen. I thought I knew it all, but I didn't know anything. I want to fix things between us, but I'm stuck on how to do it. I had so many ideas, but they all seemed wrong after a while. I need your help. Please, Dad, show or tell me what I need to do to earn back your love and trust. Only you can say what's needed. Give me a chance. Next, I have something hard to say. It might make everything else seem like a lie. It's not, but it might look that way. I understand that, but I still need to ask you this. I don't think I'll get another chance like this. Yesterday at work during my check-in, I got a bigger pay than I thought was big. Mom had to explain how it was a lot compared to others who have worked as long as me. But there's more. I was also offered a chance to go back to school, and my company would pay for everything up to a master's degree. They want me to stay with them for 5 years after I finish. This means I'd have to work part-time and go to school. I'd not be able to do what I agreed to in the judgment we had because of this. That's why I said no at first. But now, I'm asking you to let me do this. I know I shouldn't even ask. I know I don't deserve it. But I'm asking you to let me have this chance. Lillian can check the offer is real. Lillian didn't stand up when Sarah and Abby came to sit with her. She was still mad at them, but she knew she had to meet them. She hid her real feelings, ready to talk. "Thanks for coming to see me. I would have asked you sooner, but I needed this to be official," she said, handing Abby an envelope. "What's this?" Abby asked, worried about what was inside. "The court said it's okay to forget your mistake. I couldn't ask the judge until today. She wasn't happy, but she said yes. So, can you take the job offer tomorrow?" Abby's eyes grew big as she read the paper. She looked at Lillian and nodded. "Yes, I was asked today and I said I'd have an answer tomorrow morning. But why, Lillian? Why would you do this for me?" Sarah was just as shocked. "Abby, if it was up to me, I wouldn't have helped. I'm still really mad. But it wasn't my choice. It was Liam's. He would have done this without thinking twice. So, you have what you need. From him." "Thank you, Lillian, thank you. Does he know, does Dad know you did this?" "No, he can't, right? He's not here. I don't know what they have him doing because he can't tell us, but it makes me worry. He's gone more than he's here. But I'm sure he'd agree with what I did for you." Abby gave her a thanks, then looked close at the paper as a server came over. "I could use a strong drink, maybe two," Lillian said. She got a drink, and so did Sarah, who asked for a big scotch and a wine. Lillian raised an eyebrow at Sarah's pick. "Really, Sarah? I'm a lawyer. I work with the law, and you got wine for someone too young right here?" Sarah grinned at Lillian. "The wine's for me, Lillian, but a small cheer for Abby wouldn't hurt, right?" "Fine. Just don't let her drink too much." Sarah chuckled, and Abby looked up from the paper to smile at Lillian. When their drinks got here, they picked out food. "Heard anything about Liam, Lillian? Anything you can tell us?" Sarah asked. Lillian thought for a bit. "He was told he had up to 14 months for the work. You knew that, right? I said he didn't think it could be done in that time, yes? Okay, so about 10 weeks back, he thought they'd be done in about 9.5 months. He said he's got a great team. They hardly mess up, and when they do, they fix it quick. They're all working a lot, making big overtime." "So he'll be back soon?" "Not sure," Lillian said. "It's all rough guesses. I talked to him on Skype right before his last trip. Things are getting tough there. Liam said they're running into more trouble than before." "But take this lightly, okay? Liam's really good at his job," Lillian said. "He's got to deal with the tough folks there. Likely pay them off. It could slow him down. This could push him way back, maybe even by 14 months. Why? What could make his work take so much longer? You know where he is. If there's a lot of shooting—" Sarah's hand flew to her mouth. "Has he been shot at before? Did Liam get shot at?" Sarah asked, shocked. "Yeah, a few times. Once in Iraq, twice in Afghanistan. But the captain of his security team is top-notch. She quickly dealt with those attacking him. She's super serious about keeping Liam safe and bringing him back home." "The lady next to him during the meeting? That was her?" Abby asked. "That's her. Her name's Maggie Dumbarton." Sarah and Abby shared a look, silent. "Anyway, Liam might come back sooner, or later than we thought. It's hard to say right now," Lillian said. Sarah's heart beat fast. The thought of her husband, she couldn't think of him as her ex, being in danger, maybe even close with that captain, as Abby suggested, was too much. But right now, all that mattered was his safety. She wanted him home, safe, no matter what. Abby gently squeezed her mom's hand under the table. Lillian noticed but stayed quiet. "Liam is doing what he loves. He told me he likes the freedom of working on this project his way. He gets along well with everyone there, military and civilians. They've become a close group. Being far away and facing danger together does that. I think he'll miss them when he's back." "Liam isn't fighting, is he? I mean, the security team is keeping him safe?" Sarah asked. Lillian looked worried. "Mostly, yes. But he had to step in a couple of times. I'm not sure about the details." The Taliban were coming fast, breaking through the army's lines, heading right for the folks hiding out. Liam stepped up. He held them back, just long enough for the soldiers to catch them. "My God! He's not meant to be in the fight, right?" Sarah gasped, shocked. Lillian just shrugged. His folks? They had no guns then. They were his kin. Liam did all he could to keep them safe till Maggie and her team could step in. "Dad tell you that?" Abby asked. Lillian laughed a bit. "No way. It was Maggie who told me. She felt bad she had to say it." "Maggie, You two talk like friends? Sarah questioned. Yeah, I do. Spoke to her a whole bunch. Takes some time to get used to her, but I do like her. I trust her. When Liam can't, Maggie makes sure I know he's okay. She shared how Liam ended up in 2 shootouts. Mad at herself it went there, twice. But she's made sure Liam's been learning with her crew, knows the ins and outs of small team moves. Liam's learning soldier stuff? Our Liam? Sure looks that way. He's not the same. You might not spot him if he was right by you. Got any new pictures of Dad? Abby wanted to know. Lillian paused a bit, then said, You sure you want to see Abby? Really sure? Yes, please. Can I? And you, Sarah? He's not your man now. I want to see too. Please, Lillian. I know I might not have the right, but please. Lillian picked up her phone and sent a bunch of photos to Sarah and Abby through a message. The first pic was of a big group. Looked like the whole army team and the folks with no guns. Nearly 150 people stood there. In the first photo, Liam was on his knees in the middle. To his left was a lady named Maggie Dumbarton, and next to her a very big man, young too. To the right of Liam, also on their knees, were some regular folks. The next picture showed Liam sitting on the ground, legs crossed. He had something that looked like a map on his lap and a compass on top of the map. Snow was all around. Maggie Dumbarton was squatting right next to him, close. She was pointing at something on the map with one hand, and her other hand was on his back, not because she was going to fall. Sarah turned pale at that photo but kept quiet. The last photo was Lillian's most liked. Liam was in the desert, no shirt, showing his muscles, with a gun strapped around his chest. He wasn't trying to look cool for the camera. He just stood there looking far away. Both Sarah and Abby's eyes popped at that picture. They both wondered what he was thinking right then. Cool, right? I sent that one to Mr. Abernathy. He turned it into a big picture and put it up in the office lobby. Now everyone who comes in sees it. They can't miss it, Lillian said. Dad looks so changed, Abby said quietly. He totally does. He's been working out with the army guys, tries to do it every day. He even runs 3 miles whenever he can, Lillian shared, full of pride. Sarah looked at Lillian, a question in her eyes that she found hard to ask. But Lillian guessed it. Don't get your hopes up, Sarah, Lillian said in a soft voice. He hasn't told me anything, but don't think he'll come back to you. I don't know what he's planning or thinking. Better not to expect much. Sarah felt like she had been hit. This Maggie lady? I can't say, Sarah. He hasn't talked about his personal stuff, only answered a joke I made when he first got there. I joked about him looking for a camel to love. He said he'd have no camels in his life. That could mean a lot, really. He's quiet, and so is Maggie. They're tight, that's clear. But that could be just because of all the stress they face every day. Don't think too much on it, Sarah, and don't wait for something that might not happen when he's back. She seems mean, Abby added. Oh, her face? She calls that her I'm not happy face. Seems normal for her. From what I know, she's really smart, works hard, and she can be funny when she feels like it. Has a kind of humor that's not loud but sharp. And yes, she can be real tough when she has to be. She's pretty, in an easy way, Sarah noted. Maggie's in the army. She's not going to wear makeup to a fight, right? Guess not. Anyway, let's not guess about what might not be, Sarah. Abby, I have to ask you something. Yes? Why are you calling Liam Dad again? Abby's face went red and her eyes got wet. Because he is. I can't change what I did. I can't. He'll always be my dad, even if he doesn't want to be. Do you remember what they said when you got the papers? The words he wanted you to hear? Yes, I do. Actions have consequences. I'll never forget that. Do you think it was too much? At first, yes. He took away everything. Everything I loved. Yes, he did. To you and your mom. Just like what you and she did to him. You took everything he loved, everything precious, for no reason at all. So, do you get how he felt? How he suffered? How he feels even now? Abby nodded. Yes, I get it. I feel so bad for what I did. It's more than just feeling sorry, Abby cried. Just say you've learned. Lillian spoke, her voice empty. I have. I really have, Abby said. Sarah watched, curious about where this was going, forgetting all about Maggie Dumbarton. So, you want him to be your dad again? Lillian asked. Yes. In my heart, he's still my dad. But I want him to see me as his daughter, too. I want him to care again. But I don't know how to make that happen. Abby struggled through her tears. Here's the deal, Abby. He and I talked a lot about him disowning you. I tried to change his mind, but he was fixed. I never saw him so hurt and mad. Yet he knew what he was doing. He wanted you to hurt, to feel the gap and pain he felt. And you did, right? Abby nodded. Yes, every single day since it happened. Do you want that to change? I don't get it. You can't take back what you did to him, right, Abby? No, I wish, but no. But he can take back what he did. Do you want that? What? Yes. But how? Would he even do it? Now Sarah got it. Lillian was still making Abby feel the burn, but there was hope at the end. He left a way out, a way to undo the disowning. But only if you asked me. You had to make me believe, really believe, that you wanted to be his daughter again. Even though he was mad and hurt, he still left a door open for you to come back. Do you want that? Yes! What do I need to do, Lillian? Please tell me. I'll do anything. Okay. It won't be quick, but you can show me you're serious. You've kept to your promise, even if you didn't want to at first. So, got any friends at work or home? No, I haven't. Why? Because you need to make a friend. Not just someone you know, but a real friend. Step out and find a life. Got it? Yes, but it's hard. It's not that hard, Abby. You probably know someone, maybe from work. Make a friend. Be a friend. Live more than just at home. Stop feeling bad for yourself and start living. Should be easy, right? But how will you know I've made a friend? You'll tell me, I'll trust you. It'll take time, but you can do it. Make it happen with someone. Okay, I will. What else? That's it for now. Keep me updated. Make sure it's real. Yes, okay. There's someone at work. She's a bit older, but nice. Really nice. Her name's Linda. Good start. Make it happen and let your mom meet her. This is on you, Abby, but your mom can help. Sarah, any worries? No, Lillian. None. Thank you. Don't thank me. This was Liam's idea. His choice. Still, thank you. Both need to know about the will. You're not in it. The one he made before he left. You're not included. It stays that way until he's back to change it. Understand? I never thought I'd be a part of it, I said. No, but it might touch Abby if they change the law back before he gets home. Abby being his kid again won't change his last wish. She won't get his stuff. That's okay, Lillian, Abby jumped in. I don't need to be in his last wish. Just let me be in his life again, okay? Let's start there. All right, then. And watch who you hang out with. No one who'll drag you into bad stuff. No drugs, none of that. Be wise, Lillian warned. I will. Linda's kind. I'll chat with her tomorrow, okay? Maybe we can do something this weekend. Lillian just gave a quick nod. I'm not here to tell you how to live, Abby. You figure it out. Make it work, Lillian said. Abby's eyes sparkled with tears, but she was all smiles. Can I write to him, Lillian? Do you think he'd be okay with it? Abby wondered. Lillian gave another shrug. I think that's fine. But remember, he's busy. Replies might be slow. Yet it won't hurt. It's a way to connect, right? Might be good for you both. And me, Lillian? Would he be okay with me writing too? Sarah chimed in. I thought you were already doing that, Sarah. He hasn't mentioned anything to me. But keep it easy. I'm not sure what you should say, but keep it easy. If that makes sense. It does. Thanks. I'll think hard about it. I just need, I know. It's been a long day for me. I need to sleep. Thanks for dinner. I'll call you again. Good night, Lillian said, getting up and walking away without looking back. Abby went back to reading the paper that said she was no longer under judgment. Mom? Is this for real? Do you think... Is it actually true? Yes, dear, Sarah responded softly. Lillian is still mad at us, but it's true. You got to be sure this is what you want, Abby. If you don't go through with it, you won't get another shot, said Mom. I know, Mom. I won't mess up. I miss Dad. I want to be his daughter again, Abby replied. I miss him too. But you have a chance to get him back, and that's what matters now. Let's head home. Tomorrow's a work day, Mom added. In the car, Abby asked, Mom, do you think Dad's gone for good because of that picture? Mom let out a heavy sigh. Yes, I believe so. You think that too? I did, but now I'm not so sure. Maybe Dad's with that Maggie lady just because of where they are. Could end when he's back, right? Abby asked hopefully. Why would you think that? Mom asked. Maybe because Maggie's all about her military career, right? She'd have to leave that to be with Dad, Abby suggested. Maybe, I don't know, Mom said, unsure. But if Dad is with her, how does that make you feel? Abby asked. Oh, Abby, not good. I still love him. How could I like sharing him? Mom answered. But that's what you were doing before, right? I'm not blaming you. I pushed you all. I can't judge. It's the same, just now you're not married, Abby said. Maybe he'll come back. Give us another chance, who knows? Abby said hopefully. You're not seeing the big problem, Abby. I broke his trust. Badly. He'd never trust me again, Mom said. Is that so big? Abby asked. Mom laughed a little. Yes, I think it's even bigger than love. How come? Abby wondered. Well, some folks stay together with little or no love. For a happy marriage, two things are key: trust and balance. Trust is easy to get. With balance, you mix in a bit of give and take. Both must be happy with what they get. If you lose one, often the other goes too. Then it's over. Got it, I said. So you see, I messed up the balance with your dad. I cheated on him. And it was a dumb move. I should have talked to him about how I was feeling. I didn't give him a say, just went ahead and made things worse. Do you think he would have been okay with it? Sarah laughed. No way, she said. That's why I did what I did, hoping it would give me time to change his mind. But I played it all wrong. I figured if I said I was drunk, he might overlook it a bit. Maybe even like it, in a weird way. But he knew better. He saw through my act and wanted answers. And the guy at the party, Lindstrom, I thought I wanted more from him, but really I didn't. I realized I didn't even like him that much. He was too full of himself, not my type at all. Yet I was mean to your dad for weeks after that. I honestly don't know why, because Lindstrom wasn't all that great. But that's what happened. Sarah thought about the past, the risky choices. Losing her dad wasn't worth it, she knew. What if you had talked to him? Someone asked. Sarah said she might have stopped her plans or asked for a divorce to chase her wants. That would have been fair, but she didn't do that. Think about this, Mom. We saw Maggie with Dad twice. She was always the one touching him, not the other way around, her child, Abby, noted. Why does that matter? Sarah wondered. It's only 2 times we saw, but if they are close, it looks like Maggie cares more than he does. Dad was always loving, you said. He didn't show that same affection with her, at least not with touches. I hope for Dad's sake he's happy with her wherever they are, Abby mused. Sarah stayed silent. When they got home, both did the same thing without knowing. They printed a photo of Liam in the desert, framed it, and put it by their beds. Liam lay on his side, propped on his elbow, close to Maggie. She was on her back. His hand lightly touched her skin, damp with sweat, as he traced her stomach softly. They were both hot and sweaty from their long time together, ending with Maggie lying down and Liam on top, moving for what felt like forever. They both panted hard. Liam liked to see Maggie's body beneath him. He enjoyed making her muscles jump as he touched her lightly. Her chest, not big but firm, caught his eye. Her tips always stood out when they were close like this. Maggie had a grin on her face, her eyes shut. They had a big talk last night. No shocks for either of them in that chat. Liam's big job was done, just one more day here, and soon they'd part ways. Liam got close, Maggie said, but in the end, he didn't win her whole heart. She felt no man could, but he got near. As much as she liked being with Liam, loving him too, it wasn't enough. At day's end, she couldn't leave her army life. The army was her world, her family. It was all she knew, all she wanted. Liam got it and respected her truth. Deep down, he also felt they weren't meant to last. He shared that. Living a calm life wasn't in her blood, just as following her wasn't his path. He had deep feelings for her, but not the love needed for a forever bond. After their chat, they were glad to be in agreement. Yet they both wanted that holiday back home, no changing that plan, and they'd bring Lillian along. No budging there. With her eyes still shut, Maggie smiled and said, "You talked in your sleep last night. That caught Liam off guard." "I did? Was I making any sense?" "I think so. You said Abby's name. A lot." "You didn't sound mad when you said her name. You talked about Lillian, too." "Ha! I can't wait to see them both. But I'm a bit scared about Abby. I think she might still be mad at me." "Why? She's happy. She keeps telling you that. Why worry?" "I don't know. Maybe she won't feel the same when we meet face to face." Maggie made a tisk sound. "You're making a big deal out of nothing, Liam. Was she mad when you video called her to say you were coming home?" No, she did seem happy. That's because she is. She even said hi to me and I wasn't close by. She asked me to join the call. Didn't she thank me for looking after you? She sounded really nice to me. She'll be okay, Liam. Just be happy you get to see your daughter again. Yeah, maybe I'm just worried for no reason. Thanks. It's too bad you won't meet her, though. Why? I don't think she's keen on meeting her dad's girlfriend. No kid wants that. It'd be weird for me, too. I'm excited to meet Lillian, though. Would you mind if I brought Lillian into bed with us? She asked with a bigger grin. Liam laughed. Go for it. I think she's curious about you. I've never heard her talk about liking a woman, but hey, whatever you two like. I'm okay with it. Maggie laughed too. It might just be joking, Liam. I have to be careful, you know. The army doesn't like this stuff much, but whatever works for me. Did I say anything else in my sleep? Anything hot? Hot? No. You said Sarah's name a few times. I did? Sounded like it to me. So I was having a bad dream? Maggie laughed again. Didn't seem like it to me. Ah, well, you should talk to her, Liam. You don't need to say sorry, but maybe say you forgive her. What harm? Her short emails to you look like she wants to say sorry face to face. Let her. It might do you both some good, said Maggie. Maggie, I'm not saying see her now. In fact, I say wait till after our beach trip. I don't want you thinking of her when we should be having fun, she added. Liam laughed. Okay, after the trip. Maybe. I'll be swamped at work when I get back, and I need to find a place to crash. You can stay at Lillian's as long as you need, you know that. Yeah, but I can't just live there for free. Stop, Liam. You're making problems where there are none. You and Lillian might end up together after the trip. It could happen. Just relax and see what happens, Maggie said. Liam shrugged. No point in fighting it then. Maybe Lillian is just joking, but I think she's into you. I'll just see how things go. Maggie woke up and turned to face him. She took his hand. She's into you, Liam. Trust me. I already told her we're not staying together, she whispered. You did? When? Last week. I was sure last week and I thought she should know. I told her not to say anything till we talked. I also said if she wants to be with you, she should make it clear on our trip. Really? What did she say? Maggie laughed. You'll find out. She plans to be close, Liam. She said there are 20 years to catch up on. Happy now? Wow. Yes, wow. I think you should have been with her 20 years ago. Maybe think about that on our trip. Liam laughed. So you're playing matchmaker now? Maggie just shrugged. I think you're better with someone around. Lillian felt a mix of nerves as her plane slid to the stop. Liam and Maggie had flown back to Georgia 5 days before to talk about their trip and had made it to Bermuda just last night. Lillian had caught an early flight that morning, sitting in the posh seats. But even with the fancy ride, she couldn't ease her jittery feelings, even though she knew they were both eager to see her. Could things go as she dreamed, or would it just turn out too strange? She wasn't sure, but she was about to find out real soon. Lillian was among the first to step off the plane. Walking into the hall from customs, she first found it hard to spot them, and when she did, her heart almost missed a beat. There they were, coming right towards her, Liam. He looked like a dream. His skin had caught the sun, and he looked strong, chilled out, and oh, so good-looking. His grin was huge. Maggie. Lillian hardly knew Maggie for the change in her. Maggie's hair fell loose, fuller than Lillian thought possible. She wore a simple summer outfit, flip-flops, and her face was all smiles, no signs of her usual grumpy look. Maggie's grin matched Liam's. Lillian froze, mouth open until Liam wrapped her up in a big hug. And then he kissed her. It wasn't just a simple hello kiss either. Lillian wrapped her arms around him and kissed back with all she had. Before she knew it, they broke apart. She already missed being in Liam's hug when Maggie moved in, hugged her and kissed her too. Wow, that kiss was hot. Lillian kissed Maggie back just as hard. Too soon, it ended. Liam and Maggie each took one of Lillian's arms and led her to get their bags. Lillian's head was all over the place as she walked with them. Getting their bags was quick. Lillian had just one big bag and a smaller one. See, Liam? Lillian knows how to pack. You should have let her pack for you last year. Hey, no gripes, woman. I packed for a long, long time. And you left most of what you took. Next time, ask Lillian to help. Maybe I will. Then you can't moan about it for a year. How's that? Maggie laughed. Ask me to pack, and you'll have nothing to wear. I'd keep you with no clothes, Liam. Lillian laughed too. I'd do the same, Liam, though I've not seen you with no clothes on yet. Wow, you two are teaming up on me. Yes, both women said together. Liam had got a car, and they chatted easily on the way to their hotel. Their little house by the sea was amazing. It was on its own by the beach, so they could be without clothes all they liked. It even had a hot tub hidden away. When they got in, Liam hung back while Maggie took Lillian's big bag to the bedroom. Lillian stopped at the door and looked back at Liam. He went red. We thought this is what you'd want, but if not, it's okay. I can sleep on the sofa bed. It's better than what I've had this last year. Lillian gave a small smile and went back to him. She took his hand and led him to the foot of the bed. Maggie? Yes, Lillian, Maggie said with a smile. Can you help him out of his clothes for me? I've been waiting a year to see him with no clothes. Can you show me how he likes it? Lillian asked. Maybe you want to get ready first, Lillian, Liam hinted. Shh, Liam. I was promised sweets. I want them, Lillian said, eager. Maggie giggled at Liam's face as she slowly took off his clothes, touching him gently and telling Lillian what he enjoyed as she did. Lillian watched with a big, happy grin, loving every bit of the show Maggie put on. Lillian was very excited. Lillian gasped when Maggie revealed Liam's hard-on, reaching from behind to softly touch his balls. He likes it when you suck these, Lillian, and try putting a finger in his backside. It drives him wild, Maggie advised. Lillian was shocked. You've done that before? She asked. Many times. He's very sensitive there, Maggie explained, letting go of his balls and holding his hard member. Lillian's eyes grew wide as she looked at Liam, naked and ready in front of her. However, she still had her wits about her. Liam, your turn. Undress Maggie. Follow the same steps, she said with a grin. Liam smiled back. Being with two women at once was new for Liam. He'd dreamed about it, but feeling a bit shy at first, the women quickly made him comfortable. Both wanted his full attention, and he gave as much as he could, but it was overwhelming. Yet, it was an incredible time, a memory he'd always cherish. After hours, Maggie left Liam and Lillian alone in the hot tub, saying she had to do some things. Both knew Maggie was giving them private time, which they liked. Lillian let out a happy sigh. Was it everything you hoped for, Lillian? Liam asked with a smile. Absolutely, yes. I'm beyond happy, more than I hoped. This is a great start to a holiday. It's awesome to be here with you both. And us? Are we okay? Yes, Liam. I've wanted this for so long. Now that it's happening, all I can say is thanks. Lillian laughed. Does that clear things up? It does, he said, smiling. I was worried. After all these years, I thought it might mess things up. No way. Forget that thought. I'll take whatever you give me here. Here? Only here? Lillian looked at Liam and smiled. Yes, Liam, just here. I do love you, always have. But it's not the marrying type of love. I've thought a lot about it. When I saw you at the airport, I knew. You'll always be in my life, but I can't be the woman you need. As much as I love you, we get along. I can't give you the full love you deserve. Get it? I think so. I feel similar. I'm still not over Sarah, to be honest. Yeah, you're not. And maybe you never will. That's just how it is. Sarah was everything for you. Until she messed up big time. Liam's mood darkened and Lillian sighed. You're mad, and you have a right to be. What you did shook them up big time. It was tough on Sarah and Abby. I'm still mad at them too. But you need to talk. To both of them. Liam scowled. Abby, yes. But why Sarah? You need to hear her out. She has things to say to you. Face to face. She needs to talk. You need to listen. You're on Sarah's side? No way. I'm with you. That's why you should hear her out. She messed up big time. She knows it. And man, she's been bugging me a lot since you left. Maybe that's too much, but I saw her more this last year than the last 19. She even joined my gym to catch your eye when you got back. Didn't want to look bad. Really? Why? Lillian laughed, happy. She wanted to look good for you. You'll be shocked, Liam. She worked super hard. I wanted to drop some weight, but Sarah, she went all in. She's as fit as Maggie now. That's hard to believe. Lillian smiled. Not really. She knew about you and Maggie. Saw her as competition, I guess. I kept quiet, but she figured you two were a thing. Never whined about it, but got ready to match Maggie physically. especially after I showed her your tough guy desert photo. Still gives me chills." Liam chuckled. "Didn't know about that photo till later." "Yeah? What were you thinking when it was taken?" Liam laughed. "Truth? I was looking for a place to pee." Lillian cracked up. "No way! You just killed my dreamy view of you, Liam." "True story, Lillian. Keep that to yourself. The boss blew it up big and hung it in the lobby. It looks even more amazing than my picture. I bet a lot of girls dreamed about you this year because of that big painting." "Oh, man. So about Sarah. Let her say sorry at least. You don't have to take her back, Liam, but she's gonna wow you when you see her. Let her speak, okay? Do it for me, if nothing else." Liam thought it over, then nodded. "I'll see her, Lillian. Only 'cause you asked. I doubt I could say no to you." "Really?" Lillian giggled. "Then we might chat about you having a baby with me." "What? For real?" Lillian just shrugged. "I've thought about it a lot, Liam. I likely won't marry anyone, I don't want that. But a kid or two? Yeah, I've thought about it, and you always come up as the dad. I'm still just young enough for kids, I'm not really asking. But do you think you'd like it?" Liam was shocked, but thought it over. Before he could reply, Lillian added more. "I don't want money for the kid, Liam, but I'd like them to have your last name. I want them to know you're their dad and for you to be in their lives." Liam smiled. "Wow, Lillian, yes, I'll do that for you. Of course I will." Lillian's smile was huge. "Great! I'm not stopping babies right now. I have some next-day pills, but if you agree, I won't use them, right?" "You think it'll happen this week?" "That's what I hope, Liam, and Sarah will just have to deal with it." "Sarah? What's she got to do with it?" "Come on, Liam. Sarah messed up big time, but be real with me. You still love her, don't you? You can't tell me you didn't think of her while away." Liam frowned. "Does it matter after what she did, Lillian?" "It sure does, Liam. She made a big mistake and had to face the music for it. Now, it's time to let it go and give her a shot to make things right. She'll do it, Liam. You guys could be together for ages and she won't let you down again. Trust me. I'm good at reading folks, and everything she's done since you left was to make you forgive her and take her back. She really wants you to, and you should. I know I'm right, so don't fight this. I'm not sure, Lillian, things have changed. She's changed too. I wouldn't tell you to go for it if I thought it wouldn't work. You can make her prove she's changed, though. Don't let it be easy. I'm not making any promises about Sarah. I'll meet her, that's all I'm saying. That's a start, Liam. It opens the door. But before you go back to her, you're gonna have a kid with me. I'm not about breaking homes, you know." Liam chuckled. "All right, Lillian. Why are we still in this hot tub?" Liam stopped at the door. He wanted to do this. He needed to. Yet he also wanted to turn back. He couldn't see this meeting as anything but painful. Seeing Sarah again, could he manage it? He knocked before he could doubt further. He almost jumped when the door swung open. "Dad!" Abby yelled as she jumped into his arms. Liam was stunned by his daughter's hug. She held him tight, crying into his chest. "Hey," he said, holding Abby. "I didn't expect you, honey. Why the tears? Please stop." Abby held him tighter. "Hey, Abby, it's okay. Everything is okay. Easy, Abby. You're squeezing me too tight, sweetie." Abby let go of a big cry, then stepped back to look in his eyes. "You're here to stay? You're not leaving again?" Abby asked. "Yes, I'm here to stay. I'm done with going places. So yes, I'm home for good." Abby hugged him once more and then pulled him into the condo, stopping in front of a young lady. "Dad, this is my buddy, Linda. Linda, meet my dad, Liam." Linda gave Liam a warm smile as Abby looked back at him. "I told her all. Every bit. I've got a friend, Dad." That's great, Abby. Linda, happy to meet you." Linda chuckled and hugged Liam. "Nice to meet you too, Mr. Robertson. At last. Welcome back. I bet we'll hang out a lot. Abby and I got to go, but we wanted to see you first. Would you like to come to dinner with us tonight? Just us four?" Liam raised an eyebrow. "4 of us?" "Oh, my bad, Dad. Mom, Linda, me, and you. Will you come, please?" Sure, of course. You sure I'm not crashing?" Abby laughed. "No way," Abby said. "Linda and I will be back by 6. Abby hugged her dad tight again, whispering, "Please, Dad, stay, talk to Mom, and be here when we're back. Please?" Liam held Abby close. "I'll be here, love, I promise." Abby let go with a mix of a sob and a hiccup, then hugged Liam again, only letting go when Linda tugged at her arm. Abby let Linda lead her out, eyes still on her dad. Linda was the one to shut the door, smiling at Liam as she did. Liam could only smile back, filled with joy at his daughter's joy to see him again. Turning around, he saw Sarah a few steps away, and he caught his breath. Sarah was always pretty, but now she was stunning. Lillian wasn't lying when she said Sarah was all in on getting fit. "Hi, Liam. Welcome back home." "Thanks for coming," she said. In no time, Liam had his arms around her, pulling her in for a kiss, a deep, warm kiss. Sarah let go in his hold, making happy sounds of surprise and joy. "You fool," he whispered, breaking the kiss for just a moment. "You silly fool." Yes, she said between kisses. "Sorry, so sorry, Liam let go of all his anger, the hurt, the feeling of loss. It turned into a wild need to take back what was his, and his alone. Their clothes were off in a blink, no thought for anyone coming back. No thought at all as Liam picked Sarah up, spinning her around. Into the dining room, he pushed her between two chairs, sending them flying. Then, he bent her over. Sarah was strong now, but it didn't matter to Liam. He folded her over the table, using his left hand to press her down. She pushed back into him, making noise as Liam joined with her. He didn't care. His left hand on her back, right on her hip, he moved with force. Sarah could only make sounds with the hard rhythm. "You are mine," he said, amazed at her strong form. Yes, all yours," Sarah said with Liam's claim on her. Liam had never been this tough with her, so rough, and Sarah loved it. Her nails dug into the table, and she loved it. "Yours, all yours." Suddenly, Sarah felt something big. Liam felt it and went harder. The first rush was soon followed by another, then one more. Sarah was lost in joy, not sure what was going on with her body and not minding it. Her man was claiming her again. That's all she cared for. Liam finished with a loud sound, releasing into her many times while Sarah let out sounds of joy. He wasn't done yet, though. He pulled out and quickly made Sarah face him. He lifted her, placing her down on the table, her legs over his shoulders. He pulled her close, bending her deeply. Liam, still ready for more, entered her again, making Sarah scream out. Her legs shook without stop. Her face was close to his, her eyes wide and blinking fast, his eyes wild and still. "Look at me, Sarah," he said roughly. "You are mine. Every bit of you is mine." Sarah could only nod. Her throat was dry. She wanted to yell out her yes, but all she could do was shake as another wave hit her. Liam moved with her through it, then stopped when she was done. She was almost out from their intense moments. He pulled out, moved her off the table, and then laid her face down on it. This time, he went for a different spot. Sarah wanted to cry out, to ask him to stop, but she didn't. She wanted to give Liam whatever he wished. She bit down, her hands hitting the table weakly as he went in. It hurt a lot. He was softer now, though. Yes, he went in without any prep, but he moved slow, his hand sliding over her back. Both were sweating a lot, the air filled with the smell of them together. He went slow, with care, moving in and out. He took her again, and Sarah felt whole. Soon pain gave way to joy. "More, Liam. Harder," she breathed. He did, losing track of time. Liam grunted, matching Sarah's long moans. Her hands reached for him but fell short. Their bodies made loud sounds, leading them both to climax together. Out of breath and sweaty, Liam leaned on her, pinning her to the table. She gasped for air, spots dancing in her vision, but she didn't want it to end. When he pulled away, Sarah stayed put, catching her breath. Turning, she saw Liam, all sweaty and strong. He came back, lifting her up. His hands grabbed her tightly. "You fool," he whispered. Sarah cried, agreeing. "I know. I'm sorry," she sobbed. "We need to talk." "Now?" she asked as he touched her. "Shower first, then again, in your bed," he said. Sarah smiled through tears. "Come," she said. They left their clothes behind. In Sarah's room, Liam noticed the new stuff. She saw his look and said, "I sold our old stuff, Liam. It all had to go. No one else had been in this room but me and Abby. No one but me had slept in this bed." Liam nodded, glad she told him. He wouldn't have been okay coming in if the old stuff was still here. He just nodded at Sarah, then went to the big bathroom with her. They took a long, kind shower together. He washed her all over, even her hair, after she did the same for him. Back in bed, Liam was gentle but sure. She felt a bit sore when they were close, but she didn't mind. Sarah had her man with her again, and that's what she wanted. They were slow, and it felt right to both. "We should get our clothes," said Liam, touching her gently. Sarah laughed, jumped up, and got them. "I'll get them. You stay," she said. She put them on a chair, then got back into bed with Liam. "I really like how you look now," Liam said, pulling her close. "Thanks. I really tried to look good for you." "Lillian said you did this to win over Maggie?" Sarah's face went red and she nodded. "I didn't want to seem old and not nice next to her when you got back. You didn't have to do this, Sarah. You and her were never in a race. I thought I'd lose you for sure if I didn't." "No way. There was no race. Maggie didn't like you at first, true, but in the last 3 months she kept saying I should be with you. Not in those words, but that's what she meant." Sarah took a while to take in what he said. "What's next for us, Liam?" "That's up to you, Sarah. I have 2 big things to tell you. You decide after." "Me?" "Yes." Then Liam told her about the year he was with Maggie and how it all started. Sarah laughed when she heard how Maggie's head hit the inside of the Hummer. "That must have hurt, Liam," she said, still giggling. "Oh, she had a big headache after that. But those helmets are tough," he replied. Sarah felt a bit sad and even a bit jealous as he talked, but she knew that Liam was over Maggie and felt thankful for that. "I'm glad you had her with you, Liam. It's hard, sure, but I'm thankful she was there and got you back safely. I'd like to say thanks to her one day. Is that okay?" Liam shrugged. "Sure, if it happens, it's up to you. It might happen one day." "Thanks. What's the next thing?" she asked. Liam took a deep breath. "This might be hard, but I made a promise. I'm going to keep it, even if it might be a deal breaker. Lillian wants me to have kids with her. She doesn't want to marry or take me from you, but she wants my kids. 2 of them." "Kids? You mean like making babies with her?" "Yes, having sex with Lillian to give her 2 kids. "Wow, Liam." He quickly said, "It's not to hurt you, from her or me. Lillian even wants us to get back together, but it's strange and maybe too much for you. It's your call." Wow, I didn't see that coming. I need time to think." Liam kissed her. "Take all the time you need. I'm staying at Lillian's place for now, but not as her love. Well, maybe part-time. We don't share a bed. I'll be leaving, and once she gets a baby, we'll stop with the sex until she wants another child. But I really think Lillian and Maggie will end up together, if they aren't already." "What? Lillian likes girls?" "No, she likes both, same as Maggie. They just get each other in ways they couldn't with me. It's something to watch, really." "You were with them both?" Sarah flipped Liam onto his back, leaning close so they were eye to eye. "Yes, in Bermuda, just before I came back. We were all there for 2 weeks. You had both of them for 2 weeks?" "Yes, but by the 2nd week I felt left out," Liam said, laughing. "Lillian's going to stay in touch with Maggie and will wait for her to finish her career in 7 years. Maggie wants to be a high-ranking officer before she retires. Maggie's fine with me having kids with Lillian. It seems like their idea." "Okay, but they won't take you from me, right?" "No, Sarah. Maggie and I, we're done. Bermuda was it. Really. Lillian wants me back with you. She's sure about it. And except for having kids with her, that's it for us." "You're different, Liam." "In some ways, yes, not in all. I know it sounds wrong, but I can't share you, Sarah. If we get back, it's just us. I can't have it any other way. Shh. Take your time to think. No need to hurry. I'm asking a lot, I know." "You want me back, Liam? You really do? You've forgiven me? Yes, and yes, I want you back. I need you back. But just you, for me alone." "That's how it is, Sarah. It's a mess, I know. But yes, I say yes. I'm okay with you having kids with Lillian. I am, Liam. I'll take it just because of how she stood up for you. I mean, wow, she was amazing, Liam. So strong. If anyone in the world should have your kids, it's Lillian. Make it a dozen. I won't fuss. I won't stray again. Man, I can't believe I did that to us. To you, I'm really sorry." "Sarah, stop. It's done. Okay? Let's leave it back there," he said. She buried her head in his chest, crying. "I'm still yours, Liam? You're not joking?" "I'm not," Liam said as he got up. Sarah watched him walk to his clothes, pulling something from his jacket pocket. When Liam came back, he knelt by the bed near Sarah. Sarah looked at him, puzzled. "Even with what I said about Lillian, I want you back, Sarah, but as my wife," Liam said, showing her a tiny box in his hand. He opened it to reveal a shining ring with diamonds all over it. "Sarah, will you marry me again, please?" She gasped, hands over her mouth. Shocked by his question, she couldn't speak, just stared wide-eyed. "Sarah?" "Yes!" she finally yelled, finding her voice. "Yes! Oh God! Yes, Liam!" Liam slid the ring on Sarah's shaking hand. She couldn't take her eyes off the ring, just sat there, gaping at it. "You know, Lillian and Maggie picked out that ring, Sarah. They both want us back together," he said. Liam got back into the bed, holding Sarah close. "So, soon-to-be Mrs. Robertson again, tell me about Abby and her friend Linda," he said. Sarah laughed. "Friend? They're way past friends, Liam. They're a pair, and I'm so glad for them." "Really? You're cool with Abby being—" "Hell no. Why would it bug me? I'm happy she's found someone to stick with. It doesn't matter who it is. They're really into each other?" "Yes, Liam, they are. They're living here with me. I think they might even talk about tying the knot soon. You're cool with that?" "Wow. But isn't this Abby's first big love? Could they be rushing it?" Sarah just shook her head. "I don't think so. Abby's changed so much, and with you back too, she's over the moon. Can't stop smiling. Abby even picked up dancing to dance with Linda." "That's more than I could have asked for. And Linda?" "Oh, Linda's sharp, full of life, aims high, and is open and true. She goes out of her way to make Abby smile. You'll like her. Linda's a lot like you. Abby couldn't have picked a better match." "That's great then. How's Abby doing in school?" It's Abby. She's top of her game, acing everything. Sometimes I wonder if it's all too easy for her, but Linda keeps her on track. Like I said, Abby's never been happier." They chatted more about Abby and Linda, then Sarah asked, "How about work? They're not sending you far away again, are they?" "No, Sarah. Henry, Mr. Abernathy, he bumped me up. Gave me a big job where I manage the deals from here. Means I'll travel, but only in the country. You could join me if you'd like. He's got others covering my old job, the faraway trips. Just need to settle in and get things moving." Would you think about moving in here? Now? Or, I haven't seen all of your place, but it feels like we might need more room. Something big enough for parties now and then. Are we tied to this spot? Or can we look for a new spot? I'm not sure. I need a bit of time to get used to things again. I don't want to just come in and take over, you know?" Liam said. "My life is with you, Liam. I don't owe much on this place. I'd love to look for a new home with you. How about this? I think Abby and Linda will tie the knot. I'm sure of it. What if you clear my debt here and we gift this spot to them for their wedding? From us both. It'd be a great first home for them." "You'd be okay with that?" "Yes, I would. I got this condo because I could pay for it fast, and I wanted to be ready for whatever came when you got back. Abby didn't like it here at first, but now she's comfy. She even knows the folks next door," Sarah said, laughing. That night, Liam felt truly home. Sarah was extra loving, touching him any chance she got. This was new. Liam had always been the cuddly one, but now she couldn't help but stay close. Liam gave back every bit of warmth. The girls were thrilled about him and Sarah getting back together. Abby couldn't stop talking about having her family whole again. Linda had to calm her down a few times during dinner. Liam loved watching them together, smiling nonstop. Liam didn't move into Sarah's condo. He wanted their own place as soon as possible. Sarah agreed, and they found the perfect house on day 3 of looking. Liam made an offer in cash, and it was taken. It would be a month to close. In that time, they stayed at Sarah's and Lillian's and took weekend trips to small inns. 2 weeks after Liam came back into Sarah's world, she and Lillian had a nice lunch out. Lillian felt unsure, but Sarah made her feel safe. "So, got any news?" Sarah grinned at Lillian. "No, not yet, Sarah. It feels a bit too early. Are you really okay with this? With Liam being the dad of my kids? I want kids, but I don't want to mess up your chance of getting back with him." Sarah burst into happy laughter. "Don't stress, Lillian. You're not stepping in our way. Liam was clear and straight with me. He let me choose, and I said yes right away. He did for me what I should have done for him. Him helping you isn't for him. It's selfless. You having his kids is fine by me. I'm excited, actually," Sarah said with a smile. "Really, Sarah?" "Yes. If I could have more kids, I'd ask Liam too, but you're different. I'm happy he's doing this for you. I'll be Aunt Sarah and spoil them silly." "I'm shocked, Sarah. Liam said you were okay, but I wasn't sure." "Trust me, Lillian. I'm totally fine with him being the dad. I even thought about asking if I could, be there when you two are trying for a baby. I didn't ask him, though. Really? You'd want that? Yeah, not to join, just to be a part of it, kinda. I want to share it with you in my own way. Lillian was speechless. You've changed, Sarah. You're nothing like you were last year. I know, right? I was so wrapped up in myself, it cost me the only man I'll love. I've had lots of time to think. I know I'm not perfect yet, but I'm getting there. What you and Liam are doing, I see it as a gift, not like he's cheating, because he's not at all. Liam wants to give his old true friend something she really wants and needs. Something I think she should have. To be honest, Lillian, I wouldn't mind if Liam kept you as his other woman. I have him back. I plan to keep him, but I could share him with you. Just you. That won't happen, Sarah. I don't want a man in my life. Not full-time or part-time, not even Liam. Maggie? Lillian's face turned red. Might be Maggie. For sure, Maggie. Weird, huh? But it's going to be a while. She wants to finish her army job first. So I don't mind if Liam gives you kids. I hope it happens for you. And you want to be there to see it happen. You wouldn't want more than that? Like joining in? Sarah smiled again. I'm not sure, Lillian. If you both wanted me there, I might not say no, but if not, that's okay too. Just watching would be fine. And I'm not jealous. I want Liam to help you have kids. Do I sound nuts? Now Lillian laughed. A bit, maybe? No more than me, though. Before Maggie, I never thought about being with a woman. Never. Now, I kind of like it. I still like men. Liam, at least. You've always scared me, for as long as I've known you. You were like the picture of beauty, style, and lure for me. But I never saw you as someone I'd be with. Now? I'm not sure. Maybe? I wouldn't mind you with us, but Liam has to say yes. And you joining? I wouldn't say no to that either. Again, it's up to Liam. Should we ask him? You really wouldn't mind watching him with me? I wouldn't. Honestly, the idea excites me. It gives me chills. I'll never want another man. Lillian laughed once more. No way! She's all for it! She's even brought it up before. She thinks it's the right step for us. You see, Maggie wants you and Liam close. She's never had much family, so we're all she's got. You're back with Liam, and she's thrilled for you both. Really, just make sure she gets an invite to your wedding. She wants to be there, and she hopes you'll ask her. Will you do that? Yes. Text me her address. I'll send the invite fast. I want to meet her, Lillian. I want to know her. I owe her so much. It took a bit of talking, but Liam agreed at last. Only at Lillian's place, though. The first time Sarah just watched really turned on as she saw her man make Lillian come again and again. She held back from jumping Liam on Lillian's bed the first time, but not the second. Liam didn't stand a chance when Sarah went for him that second time. Lillian laughed as Sarah went wild with Liam on Lillian's bed. By then he was out cold, but Sarah kept going until he slipped out of her. After, she felt bad, saying sorry to Lillian for stepping in. Lillian just brushed it off. That was awesome! Poor Liam's going to have a hard time walking straight for days, she said with a laugh. Did he make you come, Sarah? No, but I can wait. Quick as a flash, Lillian had Sarah pinned to the bed. Let me show you what I've picked up, Sarah. Lillian diving into Sarah made her lose her mind, over and over. Sarah couldn't give back, though. She wanted to, but Lillian wanted to keep all of Liam's sperm inside. The next morning, when all three were up and Lillian came back from the bathroom, she had news. Liam, you did it, Lillian said, showing Sarah and Liam the home test. I'm going to have a baby. They were all very happy and showed it. Liam made sure to care for both Sarah and Lillian that day. They all shared love. Liam then kept his promise and stepped back from Lillian. Sarah told him to stay close to Lillian, but he only wanted to focus on Sarah now. His job was done. Maggie did go to the wedding. At the airport, she was shocked when Abby ran up to her, hugged her tight, and thanked her a lot for bringing her dad back safe. Before she could think, Sarah hugged her too. At first, Maggie was not sure, but then she felt okay. She told Sarah, "Treat him well, Sarah. He needs your best." Sarah agreed. Then it was Liam's turn. He hugged Maggie warmly. She had missed him a lot. And when Lillian met her, it was more than a hug. Get a room, Liam joked. Linda was there too, welcoming but calm. Maggie felt happier than ever. The wedding was small, with a judge. Abby was Liam's best man. Lillian was Sarah's maid of honor. After a short party, Liam and Sarah went to Bermuda for their honeymoon. They stayed in a cozy home and hardly went out. A year later, Abby and Linda got married. Sarah and Liam, who had given their condo to the girls, paid for their honeymoon. The girls picked a far place, Tahiti, for their love trip. And after a year and a half, Abby got her big school paper and money stuff. Linda, too, had learnt about money stuff. A few moons later, Linda shared big news. She was going to have babies, thanks to Dr. Help. She got twins. Lillian had 2 kids with Liam, both girls. The first one got the name Sarah. The next was called Abby. Lillian picked the names and Liam was cool with it. Sarah was there all the time and they made the second baby in Sarah and Liam's room. A few times, when Maggie visited, Sarah got them all to have fun together. They tried their best, but Liam couldn't keep up. Yet, he was just happy to be with Sarah, happy they were so in love. Sarah made sure to never forget that Liam was her everything, her biggest happiness. Like Abby, Sarah learned well that what you do comes back to you. Hey listeners! If you enjoyed watching this video and want to stay updated with our latest content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss out on what's coming next. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video with Queen Cheating Tales.